Welcome back to another episode of Enter the Nerdom. I'm here with co-hosts
Stan Morrissey.
Oh, Watson Bradshaw. Happy New Year.
And I am obviously Chad Cook. And yes, a Happy New Year to you all out there. Hopefully you've made your resolutions and you're doing good so far. Me?
How you doing on your resolutions?
Oh,
Chad?
not good.
What were your resolutions?
I didn't really make them because I was like,
no wonder you're failing them.
Well, no, I was so good last year. Like I was like, I got nothing to change. I mean, like this
because you're perfect.
I'm perfect.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense. When you're made like me, you just can't not fail.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I may not talk so good, but I'm doing great.
Yeah, I make the same resolution every year. I go, I won't invade Venezuela. And look, 3 days in,
You fucked it up.
I fucked it up. Sorry.
Well, it's, I said the same thing about the Panama Canal, and I just...
you just got to get in that thing.
Yeah.
You want to go for a dip?
It's like I started swimming in it.
Uh-huh.
I opened a merchant stand selling pupusas, and, it kind of fell through. But, hey...
Pupusas?
I know I said I was perfect, but business-wise, not great.
Not so great?
Nope, not so great.
Nope. Maybe because they don't eat pupusas in Panama? Could that be it?
I mean,
they had too many.
I thought it was a worldly meal, but apparently
quite.
No. It's
Central America mostly.
I thought I'd broaden the horizon.
Should have gone with that bananas.
And bananas, well, I mean, I only learned to make pupusas, There's so many things you could stuff a pupusa with.
It's true. Your pupusa is your primary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. It's like a Hot Pocket, but, Central American Hot
Pretty
Pocket.
Pretty much. I like the cheese pupusas.
Cheese pupusas. I like the birria pupusas.
They make those?
I mean, you can.
Chad does.
Yeah.
I take a little bit from Mexico, right? And I stuff
I was about
it
to
in
say, that sounds like something you're making up. I've never heard of that.
Well, I mean, you can put anything in a pupusa.
I mean...
Before it breaks down.
There's meat. Meat goes in pupusas.
Sure, technically.
So you can put birria.
Please comment on what you want in Chad's pupusa.
Yeah.
It's not a euphemism.
A, birria. B, carnitas. C, what?
We are cooking with gas.
Platanos. Or
Platanos.
Or mofongos. That's
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, see? I'm all over the place. I don't discriminate. Everybody's welcome for my pupusa.
We've heard that.
Yeah.
The writing's all over the bathroom wall.
50 cents pupusas.
Wow, that's a pretty good price. Usually they're about 25,
that's why I failed.
50.
That
makes sense. That makes sense.
I was like, I should have charged more.
Oh, you were charging 50 cents American in Panama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And yet again,
it's very expensive.
His pupusa stand was on a dinghy in the middle of the canal. So that was a problem.
Those wall gates going up and down kind of
can mess everything up.
It was very hard making those pupusas, yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. Woo! I'm hungry for some pupusas now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Pupusa podcast. We want to talk about some cool stuff we watched. A lot to get through. I think the major one that you haven't seen this yet, have you, Chad? The Avatar one?
Oh yeah, no.
I've seen it, so we watched it. Okay,
we're all caught up on
Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is the third installment of obviously the Avatar series by James Cameron. He is very dedicated to these movies, as we know. It's making them, and he wanted to. I think he wants to make another 2 of them. But he said, depending on how this movie does,
which I think right now it's close to 900 million or something.
Yeah, which actually isn't great for this film series. I think it's great. It's just in general for any film, but for them, he had budget was about 400 million, not counting marketing budget, and it's about 950. The other ones have made well over $1 billion.
Yeah,
so definitely the least successful of them all.
I'm curious about that budget because I know they filmed this kind of back to back with Way of Water. Like they did all the filming of all the actors stuff like at the same time.
Okay.
So is that budget between the 2 movies or is that just that single
I
one?
think it's got to be that single one, dude. It's got to be. Because they probably allocated 400 million towards each of them. Probably.
Dang.
Well, I would say it's probably. I mean, for this one in particular alone, it's the CG. and editing and all that stuff. Because if they did film it beforehand, that's probably its own.
Apparently, they filmed a bunch of the fourth movie already.
Hey, you know?
Like they were like, we have these actors and we're in an empty space. Let's just film a shit ton.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what did you guys think of it? Watson? What did you think, dude?
I liked it. I liked it a lot more than I like Way of Water.
Yeah.
I think if we're looking at them as a whole for 3 movies, I think this one actually, the pacing of this was better. Mm-hmm. It goes right into the action. We're right there with Jake and his family, and they're like, okay, like we've got Spider, we got to get back to the human part.
Didn't Cameron say though that this one was pretty much a part of the second movie?
Yeah, so he took the second one script and split it in half. And so you didn't have to do all the, like in the Way of Water was a lot of like Jake learning how to be with the water tribe now.
Pretty much do everything all over again.
It was a lot like the first movie over again. Same with Quaritch's character learning how to be a Na'vi, if you will, or in his avatar body.
I mean, you got a little of that in this one with Spider.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, because that's like my least favorite character.
Yeah, Spider might have been the weak link in this film.
Yeah. I was rooting for him to die, though.
Spider just came out and started choking him. God.
No, Spider, get off him.
He got my, what's the tail?
Get off him, bro. Get off him, bro.
He's got my braid with
the cuckoo.
He's going to cut that off, dude. Actually, Chad's headphones just fell off. And they almost got choked to death.
You're trying to conquer your will.
But, no, yeah, I just don't like his character. I was rooting for him to die the whole movie.
I thought he was going to as well, but yeah. They decided not to do that.
They don't got the guts.
Well, I mean, he becomes very important to the story.
Eventually, yeah.
Because he's kind of like he is the Jake's weak link, if you will, because it's like he's not part of that family technically. And then he becomes very important in the story as he learns he adapts to the planet.
Yeah.
And the humans then are like, well, if we can dissect him and figure out how we can replicate that, we could bring a whole planet of people over here, versus just the little troops that they do have.
True.
So,
well, it seems like they constantly have a massive amount of troops.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yeah.
I think they could have just not done Way of Water and just did this movie as the second film.
I think so as well.
Because we could assume they learned how to ride the animals and stuff like that or whatever. And maybe you have one small scene where they connect to the whales, and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm just like, yeah, this would have been a better second movie, and I think more people would have been on board for the sequels if this was the second one, that kind of... Because I think, if anything, it was refreshing that it wasn't just the humans were the enemy this time. It was also other Na'vi. And I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But the downside of this movie, I just felt we should have pushed Quaritch and the humans to the wayside and focused on the Fire clan, because I think that would have been more interesting. Like if they were just stuck, because we only saw a little bit of their burnt ash,
by the mountain and everything. Yeah,
and I was like, let's spend more time here. Like I wish the family maybe landed there for some reason and they had to escape or something like that. But it was just like I felt they didn't give her a chance to shine in this movie. Like she needed more to I loved what she did. The actress Varang, yeah, I love. She was my favorite character of this one. So.
I mean, we could talk about Varang,
of course.
Or I can go for at least 45 minutes on Varang.
Yeah, Una Chaplin plays her.
Yeah, she's amazing in this.
Which I love Una Chaplin. She was amazing in
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
And, she was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she was in third season, fourth season.
Yeah, she was Robb Stark's
wife. Eventually, yeah. Who got stabbed up? Remember in the Red Wedding?
Oh, what? I started after the Red Wedding.
What?
I jumped on to.
So you never watched anything before that?
No.
Shut up.
That is insane.
You haven't. Shut up.
What? Because it was all ruined for me. Everybody was talking about it.
I think you're kidding.
I swear.
I think you're bullshitting, dude.
Swear to God.
So you never watched anything prior to that?
No.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's like the best section of the entire
first
series.
season, never seen it.
What?
Yeah,
the second, third. I think that happens the third season. Those are like the best seasons.
I started Breaking Bad from season 4. What are you talking about? It's crazy.
I started the last episode of Breaking Bad. I was like, who the fuck are all these people?
I think, was the Red Wedding midway into season 3?
Towards the end.
I think, I caught like near the after that in season 3 or whatever, like that. Yeah.
I think you're bullshitting.
I swear, I have not seen. Like, I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense. Go back and watch it. It's like some of the
want
best TV ever.
but it's just like I mean, I haven't gone back to watch all of The Wire, and I haven't seen all of The Wire.
You probably watched the last season or something. Right?
No, I didn't.
You watch? Have you watched any of The Wire?
A little bit, yeah. But I wanted to start from the beginning, but I never got back to it.
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Anyway, Fire and Ash. So we all started the movie 45 minutes in, and it pretty much was the same because that's what Chad does.
Yeah.
So we got the gist. of it.
Yeah, really just who everyone is.
Just skip to the.
I liked.
What's the overall? We know what the plot is of every single one of these movies.
Yeah.
Jake is now an Na'vi. He joins the other side. The humans want something, and they come and try and take it. And there's a big fight between the Na'vi and the humans. And
and that's the same thing with this one versus Way of Water. The main plot of this is the whales,
right?
Which was.
I thought that was a subplot.
Well, yeah,
it felt like that.
The main.
To an extent, yeah. It was the main driving force.
Spider is really
exactly.
I mean, the first half of the movie was Spider, and then like they threw back in the hunting the whales. But I mean, the threat of the whales in danger was still there.
Yes,
but it wasn't as present as in Wave Water was.
True.
Yeah, Wave Water. That was the overall conflict. Between the Na'vi and the humans again. Yeah. This time it's that, but there's Quaritch.
There's multiple,
and his personal vendetta against.
What do you think about Quaritch's storyline?
I mean, it's pretty much the same as the last one. It's him just kind of trying to understand what being a Na'vi is because he doesn't have a human body anymore.
Yeah,
just like Jake doesn't. Trying to connect with his son like he was doing in the second one.
Yeah,
and having some compassion for his son, like he did in the second one. So there wasn't really any. And then of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't die. We don't see him die. He falls into the abyss like Joker.
I'm
and Batman
sure Varang swung by and picked him up.
Honestly, I thought that's what was going to happen. I thought we were going to see that.
But I think the problem with his character in this movie was I was mad that he didn't just choose. I was like, you're going to be bad or good here because you have these friendly moments with Jake and your son, and like it looks like you could redeem yourself really right now, but like you got to.
Do you think they're trying to make an anti-hero thing with him, like turn
for sure,
him
100%?
Well, like
the next one, maybe.
From
100%.
Originally, when I heard he was going to be the antagonist throughout the whole series. So, unless like after this he gives up on his son, which I don't believe, because the way
Stephen Lang as an actor and just as that character has so much charisma, though.
Yeah, I like him.
It's hard not to be like, I kind of want him and Jake to work together.
Yeah, well, but I love him when he plays a good bad guy, and him teamed up with Varang. I was like, I'd love to see this, but he kept falling to the good side. I'm like, I don't understand your character anymore because you want to be a dad to your son, and then you are kind of okay with Jake, but you're like, there's some. The small string of him trying to capture Jake the whole time is getting thinner and thinner. It's just like, are you, because you betrayed the Marines? It's like you're not even connected to that. much anymore.
and he's also not. Again, it turns into his own personal vendetta because even like the humans aren't that concerned with capturing Jake. When they do capture him, they're cheering because
he's a terrorist.
Yeah, he's a terrorist. Yeah. But it's not like even the general who's in charge of the operation is like, I don't give a shit about fucking Jake. Like, whatever, dude. Like, our main task is protecting this our base and getting the product from the whales.
Yeah.
So it just kind of, but you're right, Chad. It kind of just seems like what is, I guess just revenge is his motivation.
Because like after he captures him the first time in the movie, and then he escapes, and then he's like, I gotta catch him again. I'm like, what? This is overdone now. Either you end this in this one, or he becomes good or something.
So let's go into the plot a little bit. So obviously Jake and his family and Thierry and their kids are grieving over the loss of their son from the oldest boy from the fight with the humans, and they're raising Spider, who's Quaritch's son from when he was human, who can't breathe on the planet, still has to have a respirator. So they decide to send. I missed it. Where did he send? Jake decides to send Spider back. Somewhere? So where are they going to send him?
So they were going to send him back to the human camp.
Right.
Because he still has to, use a respirator.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the night, that thing dies on him.
It's become a problem because he has to constantly swap.
And they're like, look, man, this, you could die any minute. You shouldn't be on this planet. So we should send you back to your own people. And they decide to leave the water tribe behind and go with the. And they're called the Wind Travelers or something like that.
They're merchants.
Yeah.
Who use like floating whales or something.
Yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Like that image is great.
Yeah,
These,
yeah.
Like jellyfish in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And so they decide to travel back to the original Resistance group, where there are some humans there and stuff, to drop off Spider. Just because they're like, we love you, you're part of this family, but you're too alien to survive in this world.
Yeah. Norm is still back there. Joel David Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who has a Natiri body.
Yeah.
You know, some of the other scientists that were in the first and second one are still out there.
Yeah, it was cool to kind of see those characters again.
I had forgotten completely about them. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot they're still on this planet.
there. Yeah, they didn't leave the planet side.
Right.
But on the way with the Wind Traders, as they're heading back towards that campsite, they do get ambushed by the fire people. Makwan. Yeah. Who apparently do this quite often, where they'll raid the caravan,
Mm-hmm.
and so so Spider they separated from the group. He ends up out in the forest, and his mask starts failing, and he is with Sigourney Weaver's character, Kiri.
Yeah, Kiri,
who has some connection to Iowa, which is like their version of Gaia, God.
Yeah.
But it is being kind of like has like every time she tries to connect, has seizures, and so
it was like rejecting her.
Yeah. So as Spider is there, like convulsing and dying because he's running out of breath, she connects to the planet and kind of forces a connection, and uses the planet to kind of put spores in Spider so that he can breathe the atmosphere now, and like it changes his physiology. So even he has a tail growing out of his head to connect to the life on the planet. And then we discover the Makwa tribe, who are they rejected Iowa because Iowa didn't save them. Their village got consumed by a volcano, and they lost everyone, and they prayed to be saved, and it didn't happen.
Iowa abandoned them, yeah. So they turned their back on.
So they turned back on their ways, and Quaritch kind of finds an ally in this. Like, well, you want to spread your fire.
Varang.
You want to spread
Yeah.
your fire
around this world, and guess what? I can give you weapons to do.
But the Varang are also looking for weapons. Have been before they run into Quaritch. They've been looking for weapons themselves.
Yeah.
Human guns to try and figure out, but they don't know how to use them, and they don't have access to them.
And Varang is kind of a high priestess in her tribe, and she has this way of, she'll forcibly connect to you and use her will to subjugate. Thank you. Anyone that oppressed, is against her.
Right.
And she connects with Quaritch, and kind of there's this connection there's a spark when he kind of fights back.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Ooh, you're a strong one," which is kind of mirrors Natiri and Jake's relationship from the first movie.
Yeah.
And then they get all kinds of freaky.
Yeah. Eventually Quaritch recruits them to help fight against Jake and the Water Tribe.
Yeah.
And there's a really cool scene where Varang's been looking for weapons this entire time. And of course, because Quaritch still lives on the military base, he has access to all kinds of guns.
Yeah.
And he brings them. There's a really cool scene. It's really cool music they use of him. They're kind of like making this deal, and it's like implied, like the deal with the devil. They're with each other, and then she takes him into the tent.
Oh yeah.
As their tribe is rejoicing with flamethrowers and submachine guns and assault rifles.
Drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that whole sequence with her drugging him.
Oh yeah.
It reminded me of a Batman Arkham villain game.
Yeah,
in the game
yeah.
where she becomes like 20 feet tall.
Yeah, and he is just he's just spaced out. And then he's just like, you don't want to just, you want an equal. You want someone on your footing.
It's really cool when he shows up because they have a conflict first, and that's when she forcefully connects to him. Then he shows up in the village again to try to negotiate with her, and she goes to reconnect with him. Again, Stephen Lang is so charismatic. He's like, "You touch me again with that thing, and I'll kill you." The way he says,
"Oh yeah."
And then he's got a sniper out in the boonies, and and she's like, I don't think you have any power here. Oh, I don't. And kill him. Point to the guy and just takes him out immediately. It's really great, really well done. But she was definitely okay with losing a lot of warriors because she lost a lot of fighters throughout this thing. So eventually they link up with the Fire Tribe and Quaritch, and then they the subplot that you were talking about, Chad, is that they have this group of whales. I couldn't remember they have a bull whale. Is that from the second season where he was because he was attacking the humans? So they decided to banish him,
he
right?
was kind of left on his own.
Right.
He wasn't allowed to be in this pod anymore because he was actually killing.
Right.
Which is against their nature.
Yeah. They think that killing just brings more killing, is what they say. Yeah. So the I guess the high priest is the leader of the whales, whatever you want to call her. They have
Lord of the whales.
They have a meeting where they expel this. I can't remember the whale's name. The young bull is what they say.
Piowan or something.
Something. Yeah. And he's made a connection with Jake Sully's son.
Yeah.
And so of course when the bull is expelled, Jake Sully's son takes off.
Yeah, because he feels like an outcast too. Because he feels like he's kind of been blamed for the death of the older son,
right?
Who was kind of like the perfect soldier.
Yeah, and there's also another subplot where Neytiri he hates humans.
Oh yeah,
and
she uses the P word. She calls him pink skin.
Yeah, she takes a lot of her anger out on Spider himself.
Yeah,
who kind of is an innocent in this, but because he's human.
Is he though? Because he saved Quaritch at the end of the second one.
That's true. He did save Quaritch at the end.
I don't fucking forgive that motherfucker.
I forgot about that. Right.
And you know what? Her thought is sound is like, look, if we kill him, it kills the threat.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, especially once he becomes, he's able to breathe.
Yeah.
That's the conflict that they run into. It's the theories. We can't let him live.
Yeah.
Eventually, Jake kind of comes on board with that when the humans find out that they capture Spider at one point and they study him. He's completely fused.
Yeah.
With whatever it is.
Organism.
The organism that allows him to
rewriting his DNA.
So the first thing they ask, can we reverse engineer this?
Yeah.
And spread it to other humans. They get also Jake is in there. They break out, take Spider with them, and that's actually I think the most emotional part of the movie is where Jake realizes he has to kill Spider.
That scene is
very tough. Yeah.
Very tense.
Takes him out into the
Lenny
woods.
And George.
Yeah, seriously. And he says, "Don't look at me." As he draws his knife, and at first Spider is like pleading with him, "Please don't do this, don't do this." And eventually, he kind of accepts it. Like,
he's like, "I
have to do this to save the people." Okay, I understand. And that's when Jake has a second thought.
I gotta say, both them are terrible parents. Like,
oh yeah,
they'll leave their kids alone in the most dangerous situation, but also like. Jake
baby.
Jake until after the final battle, Jake doesn't really have a talk with his son again. Like his son almost killed himself with putting a gun.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and that was like such a quick thing. I was like, is somebody going to talk to your kid? Like he was suicidal for a moment. Like and that's
because Neytiri went in on him, like started yelling at him about.
Yeah,
true. But it was mainly Jake that really yelled at him. And finally, that sent him off to go.
Yeah,
but it's just like they kind of lose track of their kids so much. Like I don't.
Well, he goes off for like a couple days to go find this whale.
It's like they just let's go after. No, we got to handle this other thing first. Like what? Your kids. So I don't know. It just felt like the parents didn't have their priorities very together.
They definitely have a lot on their plate for sure.
I get that, but it's just like. The decisions they made, some of them were just like, maybe not. That would work.
I feel like Neytiri had more to do this movie than the last
100%.
one. Like,
she was very underutilized.
She was just kind of in the background. While this, she was like, she's flying around. She got shot in the shoulder.
Yeah.
She's a mother. She's trying to save her kids. Also, but I think also they didn't really touch on this, and I think they really need to get back to it because I think Quaritch should hate her more than Jake because she's the one that killed him in the first one.
That's right.
With the arrows. So it's like because there's that moment at the end when she's aiming at him and he's just like giving her a dirty look. So it's just like I think the hate between them is more interesting than Jake and him. I'd hope that transfer if they do another.
Well, I really thought Jake was going to die in this one.
Yeah,
because it
You
was
thought so?
it was the son doing. Oh no, it was Sigourney Weaver's character was doing the voiceover stuff.
Mhm.
Or no, it was the
Yeah,
it was the
Sigourney.
Oh
son.
yeah.
So I thought,
For-
this is the transition.
Oh, I see. Okay,
You know,
yeah.
because they even said if there was a fourth one, there's going to be a time jump of like another 10
Yeah,
years.
I can see the kids being older and stuff.
So
I would hope they recast, because like I don't mean not it's not the actor's fault. It's just the characters, the way that some of the kids were written. I was just annoyed by them. I was
Right.
like, I don't like these kids. I was like,
like Tuk Tuk.
Yeah.
I was like, well, she's a little baby, so I can't.
Yeah.
But
Right.
like the son left her alone, like to go down.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? but like Kiri, she's cool. I mean, she's Sigourney Weaver, so I give a pass to Sigourney.
Yeah.
She's always welcome
That's true.
in any
Of course.
form. But then when she's like has a crush on Spider, I'm just like, what? Get out of here. I don't.
Yeah, because her and Spider make out.
Yeah.
That
Or
was
they
like,
at least share a kiss or
they
something.
kiss. Yeah,
And I'm just like, that's not going to work unless he slowly turn. Like if he's in the if there's a time jump in the next one and he's blue, then I was like, okay.
Well,
Well,
even he
yeah.
was like, couldn't you make me a little taller? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the
and
spores.
he's growing a braid.
Yeah, so I mean, he
So,
could be slowly
possibly,
transforming.
because
He'd be a tall
He's
pigskin.
he's a weird hybrid
Mm-hmm.
Navi, which will be
Yeah.
creepy to see, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was.
Some body modifications.
I get that the humans are obviously very powerful because they have high tech weaponry and
Right.
they have gunships and whatnot. But at some point, you would think that all the Na'vi be like, all right, we gotta wipe these motherfuckers out, dude. Like, because they just keep coming, and they're
Yeah.
not like spreading from the planet. They just have that one reinforced base. And it's the only area that the humans tend to have.
Yeah.
So you'd think at some point it's like, let's just starve them out or do something because they just keep coming, dude.
Because in the first one,
Especially after this fight,
in the first one, some of the soldiers had like a conscience of bombing the tree part in the, if you remember,
The tree
like
of
someone's
souls.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this, and
Yeah.
like I think they're not that. Like even Giovanni Ribisi, I don't think he's even that evil. He's just more thinking about
No,
the
he's
money.
just profit, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he wants to kill the Navi. He just wants.
Well, I want to know because they kind of they hit on like he's a nepo baby, like his dad really runs the company.
Mhm.
So I'm like, who's gonna
that'd
be in the
interesting.
next
That'd
one?
be
Like
interesting, yeah.
if they introduce the dad.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that obviously the humans are an obvious threat.
Yeah.
And they just keep
Yeah.
coming. They've already fucked up 2 areas, and every time that they have to fight the humans, they're able to get other tribes
Yeah.
that aren't directly being affected by them to join up. So at some point, I'm saying you think like the Na'vi, like, all right, dude, it's just gonna be a war to end these fools
You know who
because they just keep fucking shit up.
his dad's gonna be Michael Bean.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be
James Cameron will
interesting.
bring him back.
That'd be good.
That'd be
He'll be like an angry character. It's like, put me in an avatar.
in one of
Nazi
the one of the mech suits.
yeah.
There you go.
Or I'm just thinking of other Terminator actors or James Cameron movies. It's like Ed
it's
Harris. Ed Harris will be the dad.
Yeah, Ed Harris.
So
It's Arnold. He just
Yeah,
shows
I was
up.
like Arnold. Or he's another clan on the planet. He's like,
Yeah.
welcome, come on,
The Snowy Mountain Tribe.
We're the
Yeah, we haven't seen Snowy Mountain Tribe
We
yet.
haven't seen
Yeah.
Snowy Mountain.
Yeah.
I was like trying to think of like under the ground. We haven't seen like mole people.
So
Yeah.
there's got to be mole people, dude.
Sorry, you can't see under here, but it doesn't matter.
But eventually they have to get these whales. They hatch a plan to bring a lot of the whales in, but it's mostly elderly that they have sitting at the.
If you've
the
seen
water trap.
Lord of the Rings: The Two Tower, like
Yeah.
it's the imps. It's like the tree beards
The Treebeards, yeah, exactly.
kind of
And
situation.
So what they're trying to do is pull the humans in as using these older whales as a trap because now they have this huge hunting ground. And they spring a trap on the humans with Quaritch and the fire people backing them up. So it was actually a pretty cool battle. It was I thought the battle in the second one was okay, but then it kind of just ended quickly, and then everybody just kind of disappeared.
Which make
You know?
like knowing that it was one script broken in two, like
Yeah.
it makes sense that would have been the halfway point battle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even in this one though, there was some of the fight sequences between Jake and Quaritch. I was just bored with. I was like, I know both of these people are not going to die right now. So
Right, exactly.
I was like, I don't really care about this fight. The most interesting action was probably the whale stuff and them fighting the guys on the boats and stuff.
Whenever Varang was on screen,
And well, no, of course, but the part that like the character that I wanted to die the most because he was most evil to me was the the boat guy, the head of the hunting the whales.
Oh, the guy with the arm?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, we'll just kill them all.
Let's go, yeah.
I love that he lost the arm in the second one.
That's true.
And then the third one comes back, and he's like still as evil.
Yeah.
He didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about those whales.
He gets dragged now into the bottom of the ocean.
I was like, that's a good death for him. I was like,
I hope he comes back in the next one just with like a robot legs now.
Or no,
he's like losing more of himself.
His other arm's like the squid that pulled him down.
Yeah.
It's just a squid arm. He's like,
I still want to take out those whales.
Now he's after the squids too.
Yeah.
Fuck these squid.
Like, I if anything, like I felt a major part that was of this movie was faith, because Varang didn't believe in it, and then Kiri believed in it, and like
you actually get to see their face of God.
Yes,
it's like,
that's the thing. I think this should have been more prominent, in this story, or at least maybe save it for another one, because it felt so pushed beneath all this other stuff happening. I was like, okay, this seems very important, like the way this is coming about. So I don't know. I just felt that also the God just chooses when it wants to help, so it's like it chose in the first one to help, and then now here I was like, all right, this.
Well, it has to be like pleaded with, even though these humans are clearly destroying a huge part of the ecosystem.
Wouldn't you want these people off the planet?
That's what I mean.
Unless unless they implemented into the overarching story of these movies that there's a prophecy to be had of human, and like with spiders supposedly the chosen one
right.
Well, even like with Kira's, like she wasn't born really. She's a copy of the Grace's avatar.
That was like barely touched upon in this too. It was
so it's like
it was like we should tell her
Eowyn kind of made
you're adopted.
You're kind of
pretty much how they brought it up.
It was weird how they because she
then who's my dad?
You have no dad.
I had to step out for that.
It was the midichlorians that did it.
Oh no. I had to step out to go to the bathroom when they were about to talk to her, but I already knew what it was about. Yeah. I was like, I haven't seen this movie yet, but I know what this talk is. Yeah, she's adopted. And how did she react to that?
She was distraught, but she was more like just confused because she just wanted like, who's my mother? Who's my I want to know more, but they kind of weren't able to answer her questions, and they were just like, have faith, pretty much.
You'll be in the next movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But and then they, I guess, solved it because like, I need friends to help me get to the face of God. Or,
there was this whole thing of like there was a firewall in her brain.
It's just there was like this wind pushing against her, and she used her siblings to help get her to the front. And then it was Awa's face.
Power of family.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, Awa, we need you again because these humans are fucking shit up again.
Awa should be like, I think they should have changed it to be more like Captain Planet. They bring all these things together, and then what's he called? Awa, sorry. Yeah. Awa comes out and she starts smacking people around and like grabs the whales and uses them like nunchucks. Get crazy with it, like I don't know. I mean,
with your Navi combined, I am Turkmato.
But that's what I'm saying with Awa and the Navi in general. It's at some point you think Awa's like again with these guys. Okay, that's it, dude. Like I'm just gonna cut off all air to that section right there. Like you can't, or something. Or I'm just going to cause a massive earthquake that's going to swallow that base.
Right.
Yeah. It's at some point you'd be like, this is how many times are you going to have to defend this planet against these aliens who are fucking shit up. And she has to be like pleaded with all the time. Oh my god. Okay.
Well, I wonder because it's like, is Aowa a true god entity, or is it just because this planet is kind of like a big neural net?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So as long as a lot of people cry out at one time, you can get the animals of the planet to kind of coincide, because you don't see like earthquakes and stuff like that happen. You just see like the living creatures come after
the
enemy. So maybe it's more, Aowa is more of a concept in terms of like,
it's like the planet itself, stuff like that,
versus like an actual god.
Right. It's like an intelligence per se.
Part of me thinks that it might turn into like down the line of
that's just the atheist in me, just like
well, no, like it'll turn out like, this was all on somebody's brain or skull in space or something like that, like on a giant turtle's head. It's like I don't know. It just seems like it could be a huge setup for that, or a guy. I mean, Awa rises up out of there and just says you guys have not treated my planet well, and this disappears and leaves them to.
I will
their
go to my own planet. Blah, blah, blah.
You will have a flood of 40 days and 40 nights. And
It's
then,
just Poochie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, did you guys enjoy the film? Did you have a good time?
Oh yeah,
watching
I
it?
think.
Yeah.
I mean, these movies are always a spectacle.
Right.
I mean, I saw it in 3D.
Yeah.
Visually, yeah, it
It's
was okay.
you know,
I saw
I mean,
3D
Cameron's
there,
a
too.
hell of a filmmaker.
Right.
But like, I can't name every character
No.
in
I have
that
to look
movie.
them up. Yeah.
Only some scenes were memorable enough for me to recall.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's like not something like if a group of people were watching it, sure, I'd watch it with them, but I wouldn't go out of my way to see it again.
Yeah.
I will take the 3-hour Varane cut. So
Yeah,
you know,
There's
just-
exactly. Yeah.
I'll see 4 if it's more Varang. Because she's cool. She was a cool villain. I wanted.
cool.
I want.
She was a
That's
great
the
villain,
one
yeah.
thing I wanted more of the movie because I felt that it was more refreshing to have a new villain other than humans and
Yeah.
Quaritch.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I wanted more, but we didn't get that, and I was disappointed.
I thought it was a cool concept for a tribe.
Oh,
a
yeah.
tribe that's doesn't believe in AWOL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And has turned their back on her. Has turned their back on her because they felt that they were abandoned by her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was a cool concept.
Yeah. No.
Well, I'm sure we'll see her and Quaritch in the next ones.
Yeah.
If they make a next one.
I mean, right now,
Okay.
right now it's at 949. So let's say,
Million?
So let's say it'll hit like 970 by the end of the year. Well, the end of the year.
What did
But,
the Way Water hit?
Way of Water?
A little less than that, I think.
It was more than that. It was
Did it cross the bill?
yeah, it was definitely crossed
Oh,
the
really?
bill. Oh yeah, definitely crossed. It was at let me look it up. No, way exceeded the bill, 2.34 billion.
Oh
Shit.
boy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is in the budget again. Budget for 460.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Way of Water, the first one was a little over that as well too.
Yeah, it was one of the top films of all time.
Oh, the original Avatar. Yeah, it's in the top
2.9 billion.
2.9. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so, I mean, they're certainly not hitting that same mark with this one. Will
I
it
mean, it
exceed
could
a billion?
eventually get there.
Probably.
Because I could see the Asian market really
Right.
going to see this movie.
Yeah.
Because it appeals to everybody, really, not
Yeah.
just
I think also
US,
like
so.
Way of Water, you had like 10 years of no Avatar until Way of Water came
Yeah.
out, right? So I think that anticipation was a lot to bring people on. This has
True.
been like, what, 2 years now since the
Yeah.
last one? So.
And Cameron said if this one isn't successful, he'd be willing to hand it over to someone else.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what does he mean by not successful. I don't know what the metric for that is. You know,
I don't know
yeah.
what that means. Does he mean Titanic successful, or does he
Yeah.
mean like what?
Because this technically is. I mean, it's by the math that they use for these, you got it's about 2.5. Whatever the budget is times 2.5 is usually when it becomes to start
Yeah.
profitable.
Well, also, I mean, he's getting up
So-
there in age, and
Yeah.
and
70 something now?
yeah,
And I assume the actors wouldn't want to keep doing the same series over and over because how long
yeah,
does it take for them to film their parts? I don't know, but
Right.
right,
it would be. I would be like, "Is this done yet? Kill my character!
Yeah.
Kill me!
yeah.
Kill me!"
Yeah, well, yeah, like Stephen Lang is 75, something
Yeah,
like that.
but thankfully he probably doesn't have to do all the choreography. It's all
Yeah.
CG. I mean, I could see them actually doing it.
He does. I just watched like a behind the scenes
Oh,
thing
really?
with him, and he does do a lot of the
Really?
motion capture
Wow.
himself. They all do it. So,
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, it's. Would you guys recommend this to people?
oh yeah,
I'd say if you're a fan of the first two, yeah,
they're
I'd
big
recommend-
event movies. I think everyone should be seeing them.
Yeah, exactly. It's. I heard one of the YouTubers I follow say it's. It's not necessarily a movie that you're paying for. It's the experience of
Right, exactly.
Avatar and being at the planet, and which makes sense.
Yeah.
So, it's a 2.5 hour experience that you're really getting into.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you go. Which
I'd say if you're not seeing it in 3D, it's not really worth
Yeah.
seeing.
Yeah, it was 3D. Was pretty dope. Yeah, for sure.
40X pretty good too.
Oh, you saw
Did
it
you
in
watch the
40X?
40X?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! Of
Did it
course you
spray
did.
with you with a lot of water?
I wish it sprayed me with some more of that Varane.
Do they do Did they do 3D at 40X as well?
Yeah.
Oh, they do. Oh, wow,
yeah.
interesting. The glasses aren't flying off your head.
No, well, no, it's pretty. It's pretty good though. They do a
Okay.
good job.
So when they're flying around on the things, are you guys going like,
Yeah, it's soaring through,
Soaring
and then
through.
spray you with the water
Water,
when the,
with the
whales
whales come
popping
up.
out and stuff like
Okay.
that. It's pretty good.
I was wondering about that when I was watching about the 40X thing. I was like,
Yeah, because that first scene is like,
Yeah.
you're doing the flight
Uh-huh.
with the banshees, and it's just.
Well,
it's
when I
going all
watched
over
it, I
the
was
place.
thinking about you in the 40X thing. I was like, I wonder if during the fire and ash thing, during the fire scenes, they spray.
oh, the smoke.
yeah,
The-
is it hot air at
steam.
you?
I mean, they do have like air blowers on
Yeah.
you, yeah. So.
But no hot air?
No hot air. No.
Do they have a thing to grab the
It's
back?
not climate controlled, but
A thing to kind of poke at the back of
They
your head
do.
like it's connecting?
Yeah,
to-
they
oh,
do.
really?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
wow.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
It's crazy.
it's still in 40X if you want to go.
Is
experience
it 3D as well, or is it just?
It is 3D as well.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it.
No?
Well, no, because Star Tours.
There's a lot.
It's
It's a lot going on. Yeah.
What's
Could
the
you do one or the other? Or
I could probably do it without the 3D.
Okay.
But like with the 3D glasses and moving, because what's the thing at the Disneyland with the
Like Soarin' USA?
no the Star Tours? Is it Star,
yeah,
Star,
Star
Tours?
Tours,
Yeah, where they have you
yeah.
jumping into each thing. I got so nauseous on that.
Really?
It was like, yeah, it was just the. I don't know if it was the 3D glasses
Yeah.
or something like that, but I just felt terrible. So I don't think I'd be able to mix the two for 40X, if anything.
okay.
So
And it's 3 hours, so it's
Yeah.
a lot of 40X.
because like I've done a lot of VR,
Mm-hmm.
and I know I'll get a little nauseous depending on the game.
Yeah.
If I'm a character moving around in there,
Uh-huh.
but I have to put a fan blowing on me, and that somehow helps. Like the friction of something
Airflow.
helps
my eyes keep up with my body. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh, man. That must be rough, dude.
Yeah.
That must be rough. Yeah, Avatar, Fire and Ash. We enjoyed it. Go see it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's worth your time. Why not? You know. And the other major thing that we went to go see, that Watson and I went to go see. I know, Chad, you're not caught up yet. Stranger Things, the final season.
Yeah, season 5 finale. We
Yeah.
saw it in theaters.
Saw it in theaters. It's just, I've had my issues with Stranger Things over the years.
Yep.
I've said it before. I don't remember the second season at all. Something about a Demogorgon dog and never-ending story. The little cute scene that they
was
did.
the third season.
That was the third. See what I mean? I guess that's about it. Yeah, that's about all I remember from the second season. The Demogorgon dog. Then
Yeah, that was
something. I don't remember
that
what
was
the
the one
overall-
where Will comes back
Right.
and he throws up the little slugs
Yeah.
that become the demo dogs. And then the demo dogs are the ones going under the ground and tunneling, making all the tunnels under the town. And you find out it's because Will is infected with the mind flayer
Right.
particles, and he's being kind of used as like a spy in the real world.
Right.
What you think is from the mind flayer.
Right. Oh, I also remember them dressing up as Ghostbusters.
Yep.
That was a cool trailer.
They
the
did.
opening. Third season was fucking stupid. I'm sorry, it really was. It was just the
versus
overall.
the Russians.
In the height of the 1980s Ronald Reagan Cold War era, the Russians are somehow able to build a
Infiltrate.
massive base underneath an American mall in an American city. And not only do they do that, they also walk around in it in their uniforms, carrying AK-47, speaking Russian. I was just like, no, dude, that's not possible. And then we talked about it before. The whole
Cobra can do it.
Cobra can.
It
The
was
Russians
very G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
You're right.
Then the Scoops Ahoy thing just took on a whole life of its own. I was like, enough with
Kids
the
love
Scoops
Ahoy.
Ahoy. It's like enough with it. It's just their costumes that these two characters wear for their job. Oh my!
But
that's a cute name.
That
Oh
was
my
a
god!
series. That was a season that introduced us to Robin, who is one of my favorite characters. So
Sure, if you say so.
I was happy about
Sure,
that.
if you say so. And then at the only part that was the major villain of that was the Mind Flayer. And then I remember the mall at the the fight at the Starcourt Mall at
Yeah.
the end, and that's about all I remember from
And that
it.
was Max was introduced and her brother Billy.
Were they introducing that?
Well,
thought
I
it
think
was
they
Seekin.
came in season 2, and then he
Yeah.
became infected in season 3.
That's right. And then the Mind Flayer was controlling him. Right?
Yeah.
And he had an affair with the mom, right?
Yeah. Or a hot flirtation.
Yeah. Was it a flirtation? Or they
Well, because
have
he
affair?
was
I don't remember.
the lifeguard. I don't know if they actually did anything about it, but
I want to say they did.
oh shit.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
remember, but I'm sure. I think they did.
It was the 80s.
Yeah.
Come on, they're just coming off the swinging 70s. You know?
Well, and the dad doesn't really pay any attention to anything.
It seems
so.
like it's implied that she married him because of money.
Yeah.
So, which makes sense. He's much older than her, it seems. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Then we get to this season, and, we've talked about it before on the podcast, and I thought that this season should have been, I wish that they had just done season 1 and then these 2 seasons that we got.
4 and 5.
Which is 4 and 5 is one season, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
they
a
just
good
cut it in half,
continuation, yeah.
So we should have just gotten this last season,
Right.
meaning 4 and 5. We should have just gotten that as the second season.
Yeah,
to
because
wrap
that's
the
when they
story
were
up.
really like, okay, we're really going to try and create a more centralized villain with
Yeah.
Vecna.
Right.
We're going to kind of, answer the questions finally that we have set up in the first 3 seasons. Like,
Right.
why does 11 have powers and all that? and then this season was a good. I think it was a good wrap up.
It was really well done, man. I thought the last episode really kind of packaged everything up nicely. We got to see a nice send off of the main characters.
Yeah.
Season 4 was the running up a hill one.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Season 4 and 5 basically one long season. It's just it's one basically, because there's just a continuation. 5 is just a continuation of 4.
There's a bit of a time jump.
Yeah, a bit of a
between
time
4 and
jump,
5,
yeah.
like to kind of like Hawkins get in the end of season 4, a massive rift is open and like
Right.
4 basically a big X in the middle of the town, and then 5 is a jump where now it's like no man's land where the whole town has been isolated by the military.
It's locked down. Yeah, nobody can leave or enter.
Gotcha.
Because they think that the people might be exposed to something from the rift. So
Right.
that's the storyline they use, which is okay. But they're not allowed to leave Hawkins now. So the entire town is pretty much under lockdown, but things are kind of still running as usual.
Yeah.
There's still school.
And I mean, it felt very like post-pandemic writing
Exactly,
of like,
yeah.
oh yeah, we kept going.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, which makes a little more sense now, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because probably in 2019 we'd be like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So we kind of get it now a little. But yeah, it's now the main cast is trying to break into the or continually breaking into the Upside Down because they're looking for Vecna
Trying to find Vecna,
to kill him basically because he's wrought so much damage on. You know, he put the last season we saw. What's her name? Sadie Sink.
Max.
Max. She put her in a coma. Killed Eddie.
Yeah. R.I.P. Eddie.
R.I.P. Eddie. Yeah. I could have sworn they were going to bring him back, and because the Duffer Brothers said that they don't like killing people off, but you know.
But to their credit, they don't really bring anyone back. You know, it's like they
True.
killed Bob season 2,
Right.
killed Barb season 1. Everyone wanted justice for Barb. That was a big thing.
What's his name? Rudy.
Rudy.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin's character.
Yeah, Bob.
What was, was it Bob? Yeah,
that was Bob.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that was sad. Yeah. But yeah, so they are trying to find now that the military's locked everything down. They're trying to find Vecna to kill him. And 11 has been training for this entire time, strengthening her powers. She can't fly, but she can definitely leap huge bounds now with her telekinetic powers. She's able to.
She's full Rey Skywalker status.
Pretty much, yeah. At this point, she kind of is full Rey Skywalker status. And so yeah, they are trying to figure out also what happened to these kids who have been now kidnapped. In this season, what is Vecna's plan with them? Why does he want these dozen kids?
Yeah.
Including Mike's younger sister, Holly, who aged like 9 years. And
it was the 80s. Everyone aged really hard back then.
Yeah, it's true.
Because everybody was smoking.
1 year looks like 3 on these kids.
Exactly. So yeah, the last time we saw Holly, she was like 3, and now she's like 12 or something.
Yeah.
It's been a year maybe that's passed, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's fine. That actress was great.
So good.
I thought Holly was this. They utilized her very well in this.
Yeah.
And Vecna's got them basically in a dream world as he's slowly feeding on them. They're in this kind of alien's cocoon.
Yeah.
Where he's got this hose in their vine, whatever it is, in their mouth. As his plan is to use them to. As it turns out, the Upside Down is a wormhole, and it's a connection between our world and Vecna's world, and he wants to merge Vecna's dimension with our world, and to basically, I guess, take it over.
To spread the mind flayers, spores and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And as we find out, the mind flayer, and I'm sure we'll get some prequel for this, is some type of either extraterrestrial or intergalactic something or another interdimensional being who is somehow trapped in what looked like a stone or something.
The particles. So that stone that they find is actually, it ties into the Stranger Things stage play that is going on right now.
Of course it does, yeah.
Which is a prequel, which is all set in like 1940s. And it's so funny because they were like, so if you get to London or New York, you'll find out more about it.
Yeah.
It's like, no one's going to see that. But
I didn't even know that was going on.
I don't know why like Netflix didn't film it and release it before, putting it out. But,
Yeah, I mean, overall, I thought the plan was pretty solid, what Vecna was trying to do, what the kids and the adults are trying to do. They're trying to.
He's basically collapsing the Upside Down.
Yeah.
And using it to punch a hole into our world.
Correct.
Trying to make a smash burger.
Pretty much, yeah. So their plan is find Vecna, and because the Upside Down is a wormhole, it has limitations, walls basically, where if they're able to detonate a certain, I guess, like a particle.
Yeah, there was a particle that actually the humans created.
Yeah.
To kind of create this wormhole.
Mm-hmm.
And because originally it was just our world into Vecna's world,
right?
And then they created this bridge into there, and so they destroy this particle. I forgot, it was like improbable particles or something. They called it.
Improbable. I think.
It would basically act like an atom bomb and collapse the walls of this wormhole.
Right, and so then they would just destroy the Upside Down, which means that Vecna would not be able to move.
Yeah, be stuck there.
Yeah. So Vecna's plan is to bring both worlds together, and I guess, spread the Mind Flayers, like you said, spores and rule, I suppose. The last season is them finding out that Vecna and the Mind Flayer, which I couldn't remember if the Mind Flayer was kind of just defeated in the third season, and then we didn't see him again, and it was actually, as I recall, it was Vecna who was supposed to be, who it was implied he was the one that was in charge of everything.
Yeah.
But as we find out, it's the Mind Flayer is this interdimensional being that him and Vecna
it's more symbiotic.
Are working together.
Yeah.
And he basically has a huge Vecna like technodrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great way to put it.
Yeah, that he has the kids there, so they're able to go into Vecna's dimension, which is not the Upside Down, and they're able to find Vecna and the Mind Flayer in this massive, like I said, technodrome, and they have a final battle between him and everybody. So everybody has something to do, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, all our characters that we've been following it for a few years all come out to fight what they think is just Vecna. Turns out being a giant kaiju battle.
Yeah,
with the Mind Flayer, basically it becomes this, from this castle structure to a very large spider-like creature.
And as it turns out, they need each other, and we find out the origins of Henry himself, which is the stone we were talking about. He has a bad memory. He's keeping the kids. They're not their physical bodies, but I guess their mental state.
Yeah,
in a dream world, made up of his memories, and we find out that he has a very bad memory. That when he was a kid in the desert, he found this guy who was a scientist who it seems like he had stolen the Mind Flayer particle.
Yeah, it looks that way.
And
he was trying to hide it or something.
And he was down in the. I'm sure again we'll get information in a prequel or a sequel. And he goes into these mines. He finds the guy shoots him because he's so paranoid. Shoots Henry in the hand, and Henry beats him to death with the rock. And Henry's like 10 at this point, 10 or 11. So it's such a traumatic experience to him that he kind of locks that memory away and won't go into this mountainous area where Max has been hiding for basically 2 years at this point, it seems. But he's able to overcome that, which I thought was really well done by that actor who plays Vecna.
He's great.
Yeah, he has this terrifying feel going into, and he's really struggling to get through it because of the memory that he's experiencing, like in real time. It's right there in front of him.
And Will is kind of feeling all of this because he's still connected to that hive mind.
Correct. And so eventually, we have this massive battle between 11 and the rest of her friends. Will holds back. Will's kind of able to hold back Vecna's power, while 11, has this telekinetic battle with him. Meanwhile, the kids on the outside are attacking the Mind Flayer, I guess cyborg thing, whatever it is, spider-looking thing. They're shooting it with guns. They're throwing Molotov cocktails at it. They're hitting it with a flamethrower, and they're stabbing it with knives and spears. Dustin and Steve are hitting it with stabbing it with spears. It was a very weird battle towards the end of the last one, but obviously eventually they're able to overcome. And then we have Winona Ryder's character coming in, Joyce. And when she came in, she had an axe in her back. I was like, oh, she's gonna strike the final blow on Vecna.
Yeah,
because now Vecna's impaled on this tooth-looking thing, this fang-looking thing. Yeah. And as she starts to cut his head off, everybody remembers all the terrible things that Vecna is responsible for, being captured, losing people, just the general pain of that they have to go through because
I
of
love
him.
I love it's not just like one hit and his head comes off. It takes her a while.
Takes a bit, yeah. Well,
to cut through her
everybody has
head.
to remember their bad memories.
Yeah.
So
and she's just like hacking
Yeah,
away.
she must have been very tired at the end.
Oh
of
my
it,
god.
yeah. And that's it. And so then they kind of wrap things up. We
Wow.
see. We
That's
see
only the first hour. Of
first
that
out, yeah.
finale.
Then we see that the military, as they're moving back out of the Upside Down, they pass through the portal again, and we see the military, who is led by Linda Hamilton, stops them and puts them in. And they, where's 11? Where's she? We can't find her.
Yeah.
We see 11 standing in the Upside Down right before the bomb goes off. We also have Kali, I think, was her sister.
Kali, number 8,
who was who she dies fighting the soldiers inside the Upside Down before all this happens, and they had already had a plan that Kali and Elle already had. 11 had a plan that they were going to basically kill themselves because Kali convinces 11 that this is not going to stop. They're going to actually kill Will. They're going to keep coming after you no matter what. It doesn't. Linda Hamilton's character, if she's gone, it doesn't matter. She's gonna be replaced by somebody else.
Yeah, they're trying to recreate the experiment that made Elle originally, which was using the blood of someone special. Yeah,
Henry's blood.
Yeah,
and basically it was 11 was the only one that really took.
Yeah,
because that's why she's so powerful, and they wanted to create more 11s by infusing her with infusing those people with Elle's blood.
Yeah,
with 11's blood. So yeah, it's we see that the bomb goes off, the wormhole collapses, and now we think that 11 is dead.
Yeah.
Cut to 18 months later. We see that everything is seemingly back to normal, which I have some issues with, but we'll talk about that. Everything's back to normal. The kids are graduating from high school, which I thought they were already seniors, but I guess they're not.
That's the thing. Yeah. So the first season's 84. This is like 18 months later, so 89 is our timeline. I'm like, so this all happened like supposedly within
3 years.
Yeah, and you're just like,
I don't know about that.
They aged pretty hard,
pretty hard. Yeah, it was all that time the upside down. The upside down ages
exactly.
You. Which, by the way, I guess people can now breathe in fine. There was a point where they couldn't breathe
that's a big thing. Like the first season, they're all wearing like
respirators,
full respirators and stuff. Yeah,
and Will was in there for like a couple days and could barely breathe.
Yeah,
whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess they get immune to it.
Yeah, so exactly.
But now we see that Will cannot get over the fact that he lost 11, and but he's convinced by Jim Hopper, played by David Harbour, to say, well, you have two paths. You can go down the path where you're basically angry all the time, you're blaming everybody,
right? Or
you can go down the other path where you don't forget, but you move on with your life, basically. Yeah. So he chooses to graduate with the rest of his crew, and then they have one more final D&D session, which is really touching. Max needs to calm down because they run into a situation where it seems like they lost the game, and she starts throwing shit and breaking shit, and I was like, come on, God, calm the fuck down, Max.
Right.
But they're able to come up with something with the Maiden of the Lake, something like that, which is a character that they encountered. The Maiden of the Lake is able to help him out of this no-win situation, and Maiden of the Lake is a metaphor for 11.
Yeah.
And they say, so what happened to her story? And then, he goes into the story of the party, and Will, who's a storyteller, explains every single person in the party's eventual end, because he says, oh, they all lived happily ever after, and Max is like, that's bullshit. They all lived happily ever. And he's like, no, they did. And he goes into
explains each ending,
each ending, how they all move on to live pretty much good full lives, and he tells the story of the Lady of the Lake, how it's possible that somebody cast a spell, and then we go back to Kali, who was I guess not an illusionist, I suppose.
Yeah, she can create realistic illusions.
And we see that again. It's left up in the open, which I liked. If it's we don't know if this actually happened or if it's Mike just kind of telling a story of how 11 was able to turn invisible because these machines that block their powers. She wasn't able to. How was she able to use her powers when the machines are blocking her?
Yeah.
So Kali, who was much further away before she died, was able to turn Elle invisible, and Elle was able to escape. and go on to a different life somewhere in a different part of the world.
Yeah.
With the military thinking that she's dead. So it was a really touching scene, and they one by one they put their D&D books up.
Yeah.
You know, and then we see Mike's sister Holly come down with her friends, and now it's the next generation of D&D players who are taking over. So he sees that, and he closes the door, and that's where it ends. So I thought it was really well done. It was emotional. I think all the characters got a good send off, and I was happy with it, man. What did you think?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of people expected a lot from this season. A lot of people thought there would be a lot more deaths. You know, everyone expected like Steve to die, or you know, like, and you know, everyone gets a nice send off. I think it's one thing. You know, you're invested. You know, it's crazy. The show started 10 years ago. Yeah, you know, and we've seen them all grow up, and I'm sure when they started writing this, I'm sure they probably thought Steve's gonna be kicked, you know, die at some point and stuff like that. But you do grow attached to all these characters, so to see them have that kind of revelry and send off is really nice. I had some issues with it too.
What were some issues?
I think that they didn't utilize, like we talked about this. That I was really excited when they announced Linda Hamilton joining the cast. And I think when we were summing up the first part of the season, I was like, I really want to see her, you know, single shotgun awesome, Demogorgon in the face. Yeah. So we didn't see any of that. She didn't really get a lot of love. She just stood around looking stirred most of the time.
It was also really weird that Captain, who was much, much lower than a 2-star general, was basically talking shit to her. Yeah. Tells her like to kind of fuck off at some point. And I was like, well, it's a 2-star general you're talking to there, buddy. And she does slam him against the wall, but it wasn't more like respect my authority as a 2-star. It's more like, how you not believe in this mission against you.
Yeah, and you know, I didn't think about it much, but a lot of people have been commenting that you know, when they show up to the abyss or the you know, the dimension with Vecna. There's like no Demogorgons there. There's no
it was
guards.
Weird. There's nothing.
It's, you know, it's just kind of an empty landscape and the main mind flayer, and it's like, I feel like there's like a couple of lines of dialogue could have been added, or like one little scene of like, you know, how that creature is created could be like all the Demogorgons like on to become that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like a physical presence. Or, you know, I thought what I really thought in my head was gonna happen was, you know, they show Linda Hamilton busting into their like headquarters and seeing their plan, and like her noticing that like, okay, the universe is gonna combine, it's gonna be an end of the world situation. Dude, have her show up in a Huey, you know, popping up, you know, when they're taking on the mind flare, and then this helicopter comes in, you know, and it's Linda Hamilton just, you know, pelting the mind flare with bullets or something. Like, show the military actually helping them out, because they don't want the world to be destroyed either.
Yeah,
like they should.
You mean having a helicopter in Vecna's?
Like show.
Well, how are they going to get it up there though? Because they're crawling in through a little.
Crack. I know. I'm using but have the military show up.
Do something. You mean?
Do something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, of like, hey, they found out the plan. You think they'd be like, oh shit, this is going to destroy the world. Maybe we should stop it too.
Right. You know? Yeah, that's a good point.
Because then you can still have the same ending.
Yeah.
Of, you know, Elle escaping and, you know, all that.
Yeah.
It doesn't change that part.
That's a good point.
It just makes the military look less of a trouble they have to, and then that even, you know, why they could be like, okay, you guys saved the Earth with us, like we'll just back the military out of Hawkins. No question asked.
Well, that was my issue.
I know.
That was my... So I can't... So there's a couple scenes where as Hopper and his crew, including Nancy, are trying to kind of punch through the military, and it happens a couple times. It happened the season... I mean, earlier in the season on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about this episode. But, like, Hopper... like. Openly murders American soldiers.
Yeah.
And then there's a part where
Elle snaps a bunch of necks in this.
Elle snaps a bunch of necks. Those guys are that was slightly a little more justified because they were
going rogue a little bit.
They were going rogue a little bit, but they were also that guy was about to shoot Collie, who was on the ground unarmed, you know. So that was a little, but there's another part where they have what's his name's truck. And so they punch through the main gate, and as before, and before they were able to open the
gateway,
the gate to the upside down, there's soldiers at a post who are doing nothing but reacting to what they're supposed to be doing. They're doing their jobs. They're protect this gate, protect the opening. And these guys roll up and just start shooting them. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, hold up. Like, and some of them are shown to be very low ranking, like privates, like E2s. That's the lowest. That's one of the. It's E1 and E2. So like, those are the lowest ranks you can get in the army. So those are like grunt soldiers, who typically tend to be like 18, 19 years old, and who are getting like dusted by this.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
And yeah, and I'm like, I can't get behind like killing these soldiers. I can't get like, what the fuck, dude? Like if, and I told you when we saw this. I said, if Nancy Wheeler rolled up, and I was in the Army for a long time, Nancy Wheeler rolled up to my post and started shooting my fellow soldiers, and I was in an elevated position, like one of the soldiers she shot was. Of course, all of a sudden, she's a badass. So I was like, okay, all right. Nancy Wheeler would be dead immediately. One shot to the head, she'd be dead. I'd kill her immediately. It's just, I was just like, come on. So I also didn't understand why. I get why they're making Nancy Wheeler, the tough badass that she is, but she had they only had 2 guns in there, even though they had a lot of guns at the radio station. Yeah, they had like a whole wall full of fucking. They had
the racket guns. Yeah,
and I was like, why don't you take those to fight the Demogorgons? What's his name's got his wrist rocket? What the hell's that going to do against I mean, it's better than a weapon is better than a wrist rocket.
Mike got a flare gun.
Mike got a flare gun, but Nancy she got 2 guns. Why does she have both guns? I don't understand that. They should have all had weapons. That was one of the again. It's kind of something that they needed somebody. They needed something for everybody to do.
Right.
It seemed like so she's the gun person, I suppose, which it didn't make a ton of sense. But whatever. Again, like, why didn't they all have guns? But whatever. But that's the only thing I was. And then at the end, when everything is kind of cleared up, the military's pulled out of Hawkins. Things are back to normal, and Hopper's the sheriff again.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Back to square one.
They would have been like. Okay, the army would have been like, yeah, we fucked up. We did something that we probably weren't supposed to. We locked down the town. Yeah, we were trying to capture 11, who nobody knows about because she's a top secret weapon. But aside from all that, you killed at least a dozen soldiers. You guys are gonna go to jail for a very long time, dude. Like you're going to prison. Like who gives a fuck why you shot him? You still shot him. Like you can't kill American soldiers and just it's all good. Walk away scot free. That's what you. I see what you mean. Like this, if the military had helped them out. It would have made a little more sense for them to turn around and say, okay, let's try to keep this under wraps or something like that, which even though that would have been...
You fucked up, we fucked up.
Exactly.
Okay.
But we worked together eventually.
Yeah.
But the military would have but without that, the military has no motivation at the end of the story to say, oh, we're just going to drop everything. Don't worry about it.
Right, exactly.
We got 14 dead soldiers that you shot. Right. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
And then you're putting Linda Hamilton's character as this bad person now. Right. Like she's just this evil... general, who doesn't ever get a redemption or a reason,
her motivation is it's evil.
Yeah,
it's just let's.
And then at the end, she's like, "Curses, you win," and leaves.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, General, they've killed about a dozen of your soldiers. You have to respond to that.
Have her go against the goddamn mind flare, get chomped on or something.
Something, right? Exactly. And again, you're right, Watson, because that would have made a lot more sense in the end if they just, again, just a one line of dialogue or something.
Right.
That's why we were quote unquote pardoned.
Yeah.
Or something was thrown. Yeah. But no, they never explained that. Maybe they were, but we never get an explanation.
Yeah.
So, and again, they were interfering with military operations, killed soldiers, and it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. That's the only thing I was like, when they're shooting soldiers, I was like, I'm not comfortable with this, dude.
There's one big flare of, fault of the, continuity too. Is the last game of D&D they're playing is called The Curse of Strahd. It's a 5th edition game created in 2016. It shouldn't have been what they're playing in 89.
How dare they fuck that one up? That's the worst infraction, dude.
Because it was funny because they started playing
about that, dude.
And I was in the theaters like, hey, I played that version. I played that game.
You should have stood up. Like, that's 2016.
Yeah, that's 5th edition. They shouldn't be doing that shit.
Just walk out.
Yeah. Want my money back.
Yeah. But overall... great wrap up, very emotional, well done. And yeah, I'm glad that it came out the way it did. I had heard things that people weren't happy about it, but they're comparing it to like the ending of Lost for some reason. But first of all, the ending of Lost is awesome. If you don't understand it, you're a buffoon. That's all it is because it was beautiful. But yes, yeah. Oh, really? You don't understand it, huh? Nah, I thought so.
I don't want to be called a buffoon on the air. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, too bad. It's happening. But overall, great job. And they also, as we were leaving, we were discussing this. They had plainly left open some ideas for spin-offs.
Oh yeah,
because the older kids, Nancy and some of the other your favorite
Steve
characters, Steve
and Robin.
They were all on top of the roof of the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a. Robin says, I have a crazy uncle in Philadelphia. Oh, we should get together there once a month.
Plan their next adventure.
And it's like, okay,
is it Tom Hanks from Philadelphia?
Well, in this timeline, he would still be alive, I suppose.
Yeah, 89.
89, yeah. So, but why would you bring that up? It's pretty sad.
Because it's a depressing story.
Yeah, it's a very depressing story.
It would just help. I think
It'd be a weird crossover, really.
It would help the kids develop more by dealing with real life problems instead of their little fantasy land.
That's what this. It becomes like Party of 5. That's Party of 4. That's what the next series.
They
is.
show up with like baseball bats and like, we're ready to take on your problems. He's like, I have AIDS.
And then somehow they're able to shrink down like school bus and go inside and fight the virus.
That makes sense. There you go.
Then they lose a person in there, and they're like,
no! It would definitely, yeah. It would. Who would it be? Would it be?
Oh, it'd be the.
What's his face? The brother.
Yeah, the brother. What's it?
For sure.
Briars. Jonathan.
Jonathan. Yeah, it'd be Jonathan for sure.
The white blood cells are dragging away. No! And they just start dissolving parts of his arms.
Because they're eating him alive. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But overall, did you enjoy the?
I enjoyed it. I did. I really did. I thought I would. I wish they the big battle with the Mind Flayer. I wish that went a little longer. It being very brief. That
it was kind of brief.
Attacked a few times and then it kind of just burned up and died. Mm-hmm. The stuff inside with 11 and Vecna was really well done. I thought the little like force fight, and then Will kind of jumping in at the end to, he starts crushing Vecna's arm and ripping it off. And I mean, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
So that stuff I liked.
Yeah, it was well done. I like, and as soon as Vecna died, the Mind Flayer kind of just shriveled up as well.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
Who do you guys think would win between Vecna versus Pennywise?
Ooh. Oh, Pennywise fuck his ass up, dude.
Yeah?
Pennywise fuck his ass up.
Yeah, I mean, Vecna is just a human with like psychic power. I mean, it's very much The Shining there.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus Pennywise, which is a multi-dimensional being.
Does he not have like telekinesis or anything?
He does.
So he could kind of lift Pennywise up and crush him, right?
Pennywise, though, can kind of become whatever you want, whatever you fear.
And he has fear, so he'd get into his mind somehow.
Yeah. Okay. And just become a small boy getting shot.
He'd be the guy in the mine now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just fuck him up.
Have his head bashed in, walking towards him.
Vecna versus Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger, I think.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Vecna's pretty weak, dude. Vecna's pretty weak.
Okay.
I don't know, because Freddy, like, you have to fall asleep. Well, Vecna can kind of put you in a trance wherever you are.
Yeah, but it wouldn't work on Freddy. He doesn't sleep.
It's true. He's dead.
Yeah. And again, I think has some humanity left, whereas Freddy and Pennywise don't.
What if he could put one of his mind flayers in Freddy Krueger in his own dream when Vecna sleeps, and then he's like, "This was a double trap. Mind flayers, get in him!" And then Freddy's like, "What? Fuck."
Yeah.
No, but if Freddy would do something, he'd turn into a Demogorgon or some shit and be some goofy shit.
Okay.
You know? It's interesting mashups.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I'm trying to get a more sense of Vecna's power level. Yeah. It just seems he's
a strong psychic with command of an army of demigorgons and
but I mean, like, that's the thing. It's just like, why make him look like that if all he is just psychic, really?
Yeah. True.
Like, I don't know the story.
You mean his physical appearance?
Yeah, like, why?
I see what you mean. So it's because when he fell into the upside down, which I guess really was his dimension.
Yeah.
As he fell, because him and Elle had a fight. Elle banished him there, like she did the Demogorgon in the first season. As he's falling through this dimension, he's slowly peeling away his skin, and he can't die because it's a different dimension, and he is who he is. So and I guess as his skin burned away, his body reacted to it by building up
Yeah, it's
torrents.
and it looks like the vines that are like the mind flayer vines are like basically taking over all the part of his body's missing
exactly.
now.
It's damage from him falling through the dimension.
Yeah. And so then he's like, "Hey, we saved your life, but you need to pump up." And so he's just
doing
because he's like ridiculously jacked from his human form. I see. I'm like, okay, I guess if you want to get jacked, you just lose your skin in another dimension, huh?
Exactly.
Get some.
It's like, ugh.
You haven't watched it at all. Where did you leave off, Chad?
The end of the first season.
Wow, dude, you just not interested?
I mean, I always meant to get to it, but then when they started getting further and further apart from each other, I was just like, I'll just wait.
I would recommend you to speed things up if you want. Skip 2 and 3 and just go into 4 and 5.
I mean, you're
really not missing that.
I wish I could do that, but I am a completionist, and I know you're probably like, well, why did you complete Game of Thrones? Well,
I was about to say, no, you're not a completionist, actually. Yeah.
Well, no, because I jumped on the bandwagon. Groups of friends were getting together to watch, so I was like, I guess I got to watch it because I don't want to miss the weekends where you hang out with your friends to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So everybody was doing it. So
viewing parties were a thing.
Yeah.
Huge,
so I was like, well, I guess I'll do that. And then I just didn't feel like going back because I was like watching a bunch of other crap at the time. So.
Okay, you're not a completionist, but okay.
But no, I am.
You haven't even completed Stranger Things yet.
That's because that's so low on the docket, dude.
Okay. All right, well.
Like, I finished Cheers, all 11 seasons.
You finished all 11 seasons of Cheers?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man. I finished
because you gotta know how that thing wraps up.
You recently finished that?
Well, that was like maybe 3-4 years ago. I did that.
Okay, well, so. That's big. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot of seasons.
X-Files,
X-Files. Although when they brought X-Files back, I still need to watch those new episodes. But I hear they're like...
they're okay.
Yeah. But
fun.
no,
they're okay.
It's just I take time with shows. I take time.
You obviously do.
Little nibbles.
I watched all The Sopranos.
Okay, well, that's, did you watch all Breaking Bad? Oh, Jesus. Never mind. Jesus Christ. I'm a completionist.
Well, I got behind I was like on season 4, and then everybody else was doing the gatherings and I was like, well, I guess I'll just join in on the finale here or whatever. And so I watched
you skipped a bunch of it and just watched the finale?
I skipped the rest of 4 and most of 5. I just watched the finale.
Didn't I just make a joke saying I started on the last season? Yep. And he actually did it. Oh my God!
I didn't start on the last season. I started.
Oh my God!
I started on season 1 of Breaking Bad when it aired.
You missed all the good stuff.
Yeah.
I watched it.
So you didn't even know why Jesse was in that compound, right?
I assumed I knew what the hell was going on. I was like, oh, there's these neo-Nazis. They got him captured. Okay, I could put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, but there's more than that, though.
Well, I'm sure,
Okay.
Did you miss the whole Gus Fring arc?
No, I saw that. That was. I think that concluded in season 4,
3?
right?
Was it 3 or 4? It was 4.
See,
I think it was
4. Either end of season 3 finale, or it began or they killed him off in 4. The beginning of 4.
Yeah, I don't remember how many seasons.
But no, I saw that. I saw that.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the best stuff.
Did you watch Better Call Saul?
No, I didn't watch it.
I mean, that's worth it.
I do, but I was like, I want to watch all of Breaking Bad before I watch Breaking Bad.
Oh God, that's actually a prequel though.
But it's gonna look weird because they look a little older than they do in.
No, he looks older in Breaking Bad than he does in Better Call Saul. He lost a lot of weight in Better Call Saul. Not a lot of weight, but he lost weight.
Yeah,
he looks younger.
Even Mike.
No, Mike looks older.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mike definitely looks older.
That's what I thought.
It would be great if they give him a wig and a little pair of sunglasses and a backwards baseball hat.
He just looks like his guy.
It's me. I'm 25.
What are you doing?
He looks like his
Walter?
henchman from Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Eddie Murphy?
What are you doing, Walter?
Walter.
No, he's the only one that looks older in the Better Call Saul. Yeah,
okay.
Everybody else pretty much.
Everyone's
the same.
new, a new cast member.
Yeah, exactly. Or looks the same, or even looks better.
Does Bill Burr come back?
Bill Burr does come back in Better Call Saul, isn't he? Yeah, he was in there, wasn't he?
I think
so. He was. Yeah, but Bill Burr looks the same regardless. So. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at a point he shaved all his hair off, so I was wondering.
That's true.
He could have.
Yeah.
They was like, well, we need your red hair from Breaking Bad.
Although, what's his name is skinnier, the security guard.
The big guy?
Yeah, he's skinnier in Better Call Saul because he lost weight. He did lose weight. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so. But
you gotta watch the Breaking Bad before you watch Better Call Saul. It's just chronologically anyway, as it was put out.
Mr. Completion's over here finishing things.
You'll finally get through it all.
Yeah, I finally get there.
I'll be in a old person song. Go, finally.
Now I can start
and
One
that's
Piece.
right there's where you die. Oh, God damn it, Chad! You didn't complete it. or you do complete it. I'm a completionist, and then you pass away.
I turn into dust. Just blow away.
You're snapped out of existence. Yeah.
Credits roll. The completion.
Or if I didn't finish, I'd be at the gates, be like, "Please send me back. I got a couple more seasons. A couple more."
We have the DVDs up here.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Blu-ray? No.
No, I
Blu-ray.
can't do that. Come on, get out of here. Yeah. Our technology stops at some point. Yeah.
But it's only box format. No, I'm not in heaven.
In the bad place.
In the bad place.
In the bad place. No.
Yeah, Stranger Things final season. It was satisfying, and it was, loved it. Loved this. This season was spot on. Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And a great finale to all the characters that we've grown up with. So thank you, Stranger Things. Thank you, Duffer Brothers. Thank you, Netflix, for entertaining us for the last 10 years.
Yeah, thank you,
with that
Netflix,
show.
for finishing a show.
Yeah, man.
Letting a show come to
Thanks
conclusion.
a lot.
Yeah, not canceling it.
Yeah.
And another show that was completed. One of us was a completionist. Anaconda.
Oh yeah, Anaconda.
Yeah. I went and saw Anaconda. That's about the end of my story there.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah.
What, you didn't watch it, Jed?
No, I didn't see it.
No,
I want to see it though.
So this is a movie that
Yes.
in universe, the Anaconda from 2003, whatever it is.
Yeah, the original Anaconda,
Yeah.
I think in 97.
97,
yeah,
yes.
97.
That
was created. It was
is a film
is a
in the film. Okay.
We follow, Paul Rudd is
Uh-huh.
an actor working in L.A., and he's a struggling actor. He's got like a few lines on this and that. Like his big claim to fame, he did like 5 episodes of the TV show SWAT.
Okay.
And so he goes back to Buffalo to meet up with his old high school friends, which are Jack Black, who's works at a place doing like wedding videos and stuff like that.
Okay.
And who always wanted to be a filmmaker, and they were supposed to move out to LA together, but Jack Black got like married and had a kid and stuff like that. And then you meet Steve Zahn, who was a friend of theirs as well, who's now like an alcoholic and stuff like that. And Tandy Newton's in there as like their friend as well. And so when they were kids, they worked on making video movies together. So they made this like horror movie called Quatch, which is like Sasquatch type movie. And they were talking about like, oh my god, like it's Jack Black's birthday, and they played the video for him. Like he's amazed that there's still a copy of it. And Paul Rudd's like, oh yeah, I found it at my mom's house, but it's like the tape's stuck in the player, so you have to, take the player with you. So they all sit back and rewatch the movie, and like Jack Black kid's like, that's the best thing you've ever done. Like the kid is rewatching the movie and over again. And then they all go out for lunch, and while they're there, they talk about the movie they watched all the time in college all together was Anaconda. And they start quoting the movie, which is and talking about the film Anaconda. And then Paul Rudd goes, well, I saved all my money and I bought the rights to Anaconda. He's like, it's based on a book that this Japanese person wrote, and I met the person's widow, and she liked me, so she sold me the rights really cheap. So he's like, let's do it. Let's do the thing that we did when we were kids. Let's go out and as a group and remake Anaconda. And it's this cute film with them, like it's very like Be Kind, Rewind is in a movie, and it's and kind of Tropic Thunder with them, like finding out they've only got like $3,000 or something to put together to make this movie, and they fly out for like, they're like, okay, we can fly out to the Amazon for a weekend. We got a guy who is a snake wrangler. He's got a snake, like this pet anaconda. We can use it in our movie. Paul Rudd's like, I'll be the star. Jack Black, you'll direct. Steve Zahn, you're the videographer, and Tandy Newton will be my lady in the movie. So they go out, they start filming. They're on this boat. They run into a boat captain by the name of Anna, but she's not really a boat captain. There's a little bit of deception there. She actually steals the boat to try and because there's this gold mining that's happening there, and she's trying to find the gold and all this. It's a little bit of a subplot, and they talk about, like, as they're writing the script for the new one, they're talking like, well, okay, what's the themes gonna be? And they're like, I don't know, like revenge, and and so it's kind of like paralleling what's happening in the movie while they're writing the movie.
Oh.
So there's this little bit of like very meta, like they're like, okay, what's the main theme? How about intergenerational trauma? Oh, that's good right now. Like every movie's got intergenerational trauma.
So is this like a voiceover as the scenes are happening, or is this?
No, this is like they keep cutting back and forth to
really?
like the writing of the scene and to the filming of it. And so it's this weird like Tropic Thunder kind of thing of like they're out in the Amazon. The snake handler guy, who's very funny in this film. I don't know this actor, but he's hilarious. He's maybe the funniest thing in the movie. Has this friendship with this anaconda. He's my brother, And Paul Rudd is terrified of this real snake. And they're filming a scene, and Paul Rudd's got the snake close to his face, and he freaks out and kicks the snake, and it goes off board and gets killed in the engines of the boat they're on. And so the snake wrangler goes crazy, and he's like, "Oh, my baby!" So they like have like a Viking funeral for the snake, and they get drunk, and Paul Rudd and the snake handler kind of become friends, and the snake handler's like, "Let's go off the boat. We're in the Amazon. We'll find another snake, so we can keep filming the movie." And that's kind of where the terror aspect takes off. Because they go off into the waters, and there's a gigantic 25, 30-foot snake in the water. And it devours the snake handler guy. Paul Rudd runs back to the boat. He's like, oh, my God, the guy's dead. So they're like, we got to get out of here. And they're like, what? Oh, and then there's like these gangsters that are chasing the Anna girl. So they keep trying to chase him down. And like Jack Black's like adding new dialogue, adding new stuff to the scenes for the stuff that they're capturing in real life to kind of make it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
And then they're filming, and Paul Rudd's like, we still we can do this. We can really make a movie. Like we'll find a snake, blah blah blah. And then they notice another film set is in the middle of the Amazon. A film crew's there, and it's Sony Pictures are filming another Anaconda movie. And then you find out that Paul Rudd was lying the entire time. He didn't have the rights. Like, he just wanted to get the group back together kind of thing. He's like,
gotcha.
He's like, maybe we could have just made it and sold it after the fact. And they're like, you idiot. Like, Sony owns the rights. They're filming it right there. And so they kind of like, Jack Black fires Paul Rudd. It's like, you get out of here. And Paul Rudd like gets on a little dinghy, and he's like, fine. And he takes off on the dinghy, goes across the other Anaconda set, and it's like destroyed. And it turns out the giant real snake is killing that crew and everything. And so they're like, okay, we got to get out of here. We got to save ourselves. And then the gangster guys show up to take on Anna, and then she kills them using the snake. It's basic shit like that. And then it's like, okay, let's get away from the big snake. And they use the film set of the Anaconda remake they're like, oh, there's a bunch of pyro there. We can use that to blow up the snake. So, it tries to do that line of it's a horror, comedy, meta. It's almost too much going into the movie.
I see.
Where none of it really lands well.
And, like, Ice Cube plays himself too, right?
So yeah, there is a cameo when they were on the film set of the new Anaconda. They're looking because everyone looks like it's dead and whatever, and they're like, "Oh my God, no one's alive!" And then they get saved by Ice Cube, who shows up going, "I'm here for the remake," and then the snake came, and he's like, "I gotta go back in the jungle and find J-Lo and Eric Schultz. They're here somewhere. Actors stay together. And so like he it's a little quick cameo, then he takes off. So it was a cute film. Nothing really like stood out really about it though. Jack Black being Jack Black all over the place, and Paul Rudd being like the fun parts was Paul Rudd and like Tandy Newton being bad actors. when they're actually filming this stuff.
Yeah.
The movies, like they're really like hamming it up.
Okay, yeah. That's always fun to see Paul Rudd do that. Type of stuff,
So that kind of stuff was fun. But, I mean, like, I don't think this is a movie you need to see in theaters.
Really? Okay.
I don't really know who asked for this.
Yeah, it seems this kind of came out of left field.
And, like, I like the idea of it. But, yet again, I'm like, I think we've seen it done better with, like, Tropic Thunder. You know?
Yeah.
So, I kind of wish it didn't happen. Because now it's like no one's going to touch Anaconda for a very long time.
Yeah.
True.
Not like anyone was going to anyway, but,
I don't think it's a movie that a lot of people really were wanting to come back. It's a movie we think about that much,
right?
I mean, it's a fun '90s movie,
right?
But
and they even make a joke in the movie about like, no, it's got because they were like, can we call it some other like snake movie? And they're like, no, it's got to be Anaconda. We love the IP,
Yeah.
Well, like because they had that sequel years ago, it's Anacondas, and
they did.
Didn't do. I don't think it did that well, but I thought it was okay, but it wasn't. It didn't.
It's not a franchise that really like people are like,
it's,
ooh. Because the problem with that is you're always gonna have to set it in the Amazon. Like it's always gotta be for some reason to end up there.
Unless
the Anaconda escapes.
Well, like there's that, or you can also
Anaconda in New York.
Do it like an alligator situation like that, where like someone has a pet one and they let it loose into the system.
Anaconda takes Manhattan,
and it gets it runs into the power plant and it becomes an atomic
TM.
Anaconda snake.
Yeah.
Atomiconda. Oh, TM.
Atomiconda.
Asylum's already made it. Like,
when
brought to you by Enter the Nerdom.
Yeah, there you go. Start writing.
There's no worms in this Big Apple. It's a snake.
Oh,
that's
damn it. There's the tagline.
There's the tagline.
There's the poster. It's the Big Apple with a snake coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There it is.
In this city, in this Big Apple.
There's no worms. Only snakes. Only, I guess it's a snake. There's no worms in this Big Apple. It's a snake. Get Samuel Jackson.
A big explanation.
Yeah, it's a snake.
It's a snake.
That's not a snake. This is a snake. I mean, what do you recommend it?
I think it's a good Sunday afternoon. Watch it on TNT.
Okay.
Like it's one of those like you can kind of play in the background. I don't think you need to rush to go see it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's currently at the budget apparently was $45 million. Again, not including the marketing budget. There's probably another $40 million.
Yeah, because they've been marketing the hell out of it.
Yeah, they were.
Really? I didn't see a lot of I saw it every once in a while. It was just one trailer.
They've been pushing. Well, they've had Jack Black and Paul Rudd do all
the
circuits,
touring.
Wearing matching outfits.
That's true. Yeah.
They have the popcorn bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the popcorn bucket is interesting.
What is a bucket?
It's the giant snake head.
Just coming out of a bucket. Yeah.
Oh okay.
It's a $45 million budget with not including marketing, and box office coming at 59.4. So probably not gonna make its money back.
No.
You know what I would have done
Yeah.
for marketing, and this could be for our Atomiconda, is we have popcorn buckets, but they're like tubes. So when you open them, the fake snake thing jumps out.
Oh, there you go.
See?
God damn. Already ahead of the game.
Already ahead.
We haven't got one lick of a script written, but we got
the popcorn bucket.
Got that down.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, Anaconda. I guess go see it.
Yeah.
And you also watched Marty Supreme.
Yeah, I did.
Riveting.
Chad watched that
Chad,
too,
you watched it too?
Yeah. Very.
Solid invite, guys. Appreciate that.
Mine was a very last minute. Like,
sure it was.
I watched it last night at like 10 o'clock at night.
I was free 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, you were shit. Sorry.
Man, oh man.
Wow. Marty Supreme. It stars Chalamet. As a ping pong player.
A ping pong, yeah.
Is this based on a true story or?
It's based
on
kind of off a guy. It's not a verbatim, like it's not a biopic. They just took this guy, Marty Rednick, I want to say his last name was.
I don't remember.
Marty Mauser?
No, well, Marty Mauser's the character.
Yeah, that's a character. Yeah.
But the actual ping pong player from the 30s and 40s that they
Marty
picked,
Resman.
Thank you. was kind of more of a charlatan and a hustler.
Yeah, very very similar to the character we see in the movie.
Oh yes,
Yes.
He was a person that was impersonating a ping pong player, or he
No.
was a ping pong player who was a charlatan.
So he was a ping pong player, kind of a ping pong genius, who would hustle people out of, like, he would go to random ping pong halls around the U.S.
There's a lot of ping pong halls there.
back in the day, and just be like, "Oh, I can't play." And
Oh, I
just hustle
suck.
people out of
That old
money
game,
and-
right? Yeah. And let's put some money on it. It's not
Yeah,
that good.
dude.
I was huge in murder.
Would hang out with gangsters, hang out with movie stars.
Pool sharks is what they call them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
He's a, ping pong shark.
I mean, kind of wanted that in life, that life of notoriety.
Yeah.
You know, but didn't want to really actually compete.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, he's very heavily. You can see throughout the movie, he was a showman. Like he wouldn't, even though he knew he could win, he didn't want to win easy. He wanted to give a show for
Very braggadocious. Yeah,
build up his
esteem.
Yeah, also build up the game to be more popular as well.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he wanted to be the face of ping pong, pretty much.
Yeah.
And this movie has been compared to Uncut Gems a lot.
Very much so.
Oh, okay.
And I could see that very much so with
God,
the just anxiety-ridden scenes of him getting himself into more shit as the movie goes along.
Every decision he makes is the wrong choice.
He's also a terrible person.
Yeah, I mean, it's very like Inside Llewyn Davis would be a good comparison.
Oh,
to,
that's
I
a great,
think, of
yeah,
just
like
someone who has got this talent, raw talent, but just makes every wrong choice and wrong decision along the way of this movie.
Yeah, also doesn't take accountability for
and
at all.
it seems to everyone else can go suck an egg.
Yeah,
it's all about him and his goals.
Yeah.
So he basically screws over every friend.
If you're not useful to him, you can forget it. He'll leave you behind.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's scenes he literally like sees that, I can't get anything out of that person anymore, I'll move on to someone else.
Yeah.
Like within the same room.
Yeah. And all of that is just so riveting and captivating. Of just like, I can't believe what's going on right now, because
very tense though.
Yeah, very tense, very like it didn't give him any breaks with
No, it's very fast paced.
It's very fast paced. Like he keeps moving.
There's a ticking clock through the whole film, which is very well done. Of like, he's got to get to this next tournament.
Yeah, whatever his task is, he's on the move for it. No like breaks here and there. Like he might get paused here and there just by situational stuff, but he will keep moving as soon as he can. So
and it's a 2.5 hours, but it doesn't feel like it. It
it
flows
moves,
very well.
But you're on the edge of your seat the whole movie pretty much, and like it was weird seeing what's the guy's name from Shark Tank?
Mr. Wonderful guy.
I forget his name, the bald one from Shark Tank.
He's got a major part in this film.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a smaller part, but apparently not. And he didn't do bad. He plays like a dick like he does in real life. So
pretty much. I mean, I mean, there's a lot of non-actors, traditional actors in this film. Like Penn from Penn and Teller is a big part. of it.
Penn. He was great. I would love to see him do more roles like that.
It's like, whoa, that's weird to see him drop into this.
I almost didn't recognize him because his ponytail's gone and everything. It's like a shaved head.
He's lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, and he's so.
Fran Drescher is the mom.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay.
She's really great in this.
She's
too.
great. A very minimal part though compared to the rest, but like he's awful to her. Like, but also it seems like she's kind of awful to him in some way.
Yeah,
you don't get the whole
uses
story.
Blame.
Yeah,
or she uses guilt.
Yeah,
to get what she wants.
So there's like a scene where she's getting someone else to call him, tell him I'm going to the hospital. I need to go. I need you to take me to the hospital.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I can't. I got my tournaments, and he's doesn't care about his mom.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And
you find out it's not like the first time that she's pulled that.
Yeah.
And she gets help from the uncle who owns a shoe shop.
Oh yeah, that's hired Marty to sell shoes. And he's like, I want you to be the general manager. It's like, no, I'm not doing this stuff. I'm an athlete. I
can sell shoes to an amputee, but I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, really, I mean, I don't know if there's much more to it than that. Really, it's just like very straightforward.
It is very, and it's funny because like from the marketing, I mean, they've been very like, it's a ping pong movie, but really ping pong plays a real backseat.
Yeah.
To this guy and his anxiety, like just
ambition.
Yeah, he's just like keeps like destroying whatever chances he makes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Too, he goes to the first tournament, and it's he hates the hotel that they put him in because it's filled with the other players. He's like, no, I'm a star. I'm put me up in the Ritz. And so he goes to the Ritz and gets the presidential suite, and racks up a bill.
Yeah, but do you have money to pay for it?
No. He racks up a bill of $15,000.
Jesus.
And like
in the 1950s,
and like charges it to the Ping Pong Association.
Yeah.
Going like, oh, I'm this big star.
Yeah.
You want your big star to be in this place, and they're like, get out of here, So yeah, it's a very interesting movie, and the setting's really great because it's this post World War II, like late 40s, early 50s New York.
Yeah.
And this up and coming scene of ping pong, which is international. And it's like the main rival of his is a Japanese player.
Mm-hmm.
And like him, like, are you gonna let the Japs win? Or you gonna give me some money and fund me to, keeps trying to get money.
So, and like to convince people of how good he is, that he was like, oh yeah, there's no doubt I'll beat the Japanese guy and stuff. Like some of the things he was saying was just like
so bad.
I'm the Auschwitz to something to Hitler or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop another bomb on them.
On Japan. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So
he's just the cockiest motherfucker.
Yeah, it was fun in a large crowd to see it because the things he would say, like the whole crowd reacting to the like obnoxious.
Yeah, and he's the worst in the world. Like he's worse to his friends. Like he
gets the one girl pregnant. Yeah, like, that's not mine. That's not my baby.
So right before he goes off on this world tour, he goes and gets the girl pregnant.
So
and then like comes back, she's 8 months pregnant, and first thing he looks at goes, "That's not mine." He's like, I pull out. That's not mine.
Yeah, I pull out.
So very much.
Does your husband pull out?
Yeah.
Because she's married.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, oh God, it just gets crazy.
Yeah, and and nothing goes right, and like I don't know if he has
every
any
scheme he has
just falls through.
It gets real close to making the money he needs to get to the next tournament.
Yeah.
But he fucks it up somehow.
And like in the end, he kind of just submits to everything. Really, like
Yeah, the ending's very ambiguous. Like basically, he starts an affair with Gwyneth Paltrow is like an aging starlet kind of thing. And while he's in the Ritz, and he's like calls her up because she's staying at the hotel, and he's just kind of being braggadocious and being like, I'll check the newspaper, page 12. That's my picture. I'm a big time athlete. Like I'm staying at this room. And why don't you come up to the room? And she's like, well, my husband, you want my husband to come too? He's like, yeah. Tell him to come up and I'll come meet you down there, kind of thing. Like he's just like pure, just like trying whatever he can to be in this limelight, to be around these people.
Yeah.
And her husband is a super rich guy who runs a pen company. And he comes up with the idea of like, oh, I could have you go on exhibitions around Japan promoting my pens and playing ping pong because it's this growing sport. And like he asks Marty to like lose to the Japanese player, and Marty's ego won't take it, right? So he's like, he basically makes fun of the guy and backs out of it, and just every time he could get a break, his mouth gets him in trouble, and it's super intense. I mean, like. It's very much like Uncut Gems in that way, where you're kind of rooting for this guy, even though he's a dirtbag.
Yeah,
you're hoping at some point he's able to pull it off.
Right,
he's able to get ahead in some way, but his ego and his just nature, he's such a dick.
Yeah,
and you just see him burn bridges left and right with everyone he knows. People that believe in him, people that are like standing up for him, and he doesn't care. He's like, he will suck what he can out of you, and then that's it.
No.
And like with everything that happened in the movie, like the way it ends, he's kind of taking responsibility, but not like in a way where it's like, oh, he knows what he did was wrong. It's he kind of like, I did what I could, and I'm just gonna settle here. Like,
yeah.
So I think if the movie went on longer than that, like if it kept going, we would still see him make terrible.
I feel you'll see
choices,
him
but in a different matter or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That. So it's weird. It's very the movie doesn't leave you with like, oh yeah. Like
No, it doesn't feel good about life at all.
Yeah, you're just like, oh
yeah.
But I mean, it's very thrilling and unforgettable. Like it's just very, very well. Like, and a lot of people saying because Timothy Chalamet going around promoting the movie, he's acting like his character.
Yes,
in
absolutely.
the interviews and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, even like his acceptance speech at the awards he just got was like, "I'm the best. I'm trying to be the best I can in the field and everything." Like, but it's like very much playing the character.
Yeah.
But then people are now saying like that's how Timothy Chalamet really is. That's not. He's just using this character that is like, no, now I can be myself. And
well, I mean, and Safdie, who wrote kind of met with Chalamet first.
Yeah.
And Safdie is like a huge ping pong player himself.
Oh, I didn't know.
And
that.
he knew about the original Marty.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of was like, oh my God, you look just like this guy.
Oh.
And they worked together on the script. So I feel it was very tailor made
for Timothy
Chalamet.
Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting.
Because that was like the first casting, and everyone else kind of fell. Because I think they wanted
Tom Holland.
No, but it was for the Gwyneth Paltrow role. I think it was supposed to go to Julia Roberts, and then
really?
she kind of backed out of it.
Oh yeah, I think I remember something like that.
So
the do we know if a lot of the ping pong was like CG or?
I think a lot of it was him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He got really good. He did all that method.
He's a method actor,
or just a perfectionist.
Oh,
I guess,
okay. I didn't know. So he perfected inhaling spice.
Yeah, for Dune, he actually lived out in the desert for real.
Yeah, he drank some blue
for
liquid.
60 days, yeah.
Just blue Powerade.
Dehydrated himself, lived under a blanket on the sand.
That was a real suit that he built.
He's got his own sweatsuit from Jackass, and he's just...
Do you want anything to eat, Timothy? No, I'm just recycling my piss. I'm good.
Yes. And he took his little sip.
He took vocal courses to do the Emperor voice.
Yeah.
I went
so you guys recommend this?
I do. I think a good film. It's an intense film.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those that I don't think they're promoting it that way. It seems to be like they're promoting kind of like Ping Pong Rocky.
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was. I thought it was like a biography on a ping pong dude.
No, I thought that too.
The way they're promoting it, I don't know if you guys watched. There's an Instagram channel called Side Talk.
No,
which is like there's one for New York City, and like it's usually after like a Knicks game or something. A crowd of people in New York together, and they're all like bing bong. Like have you seen that video where it's like bing bong?
Yeah.
Tell Joe Biden to
Yeah.
Like it's from that, and the way they're promoting it sounds like a video from that where he's like, yeah, we're the best. Like I've seen videos of him and Tyler, the creator.
Oh yeah,
and they're just going.
Oh yeah,
off,
Tyler
like,
Creator's great in this.
No, yeah, he does a great job.
He plays like his best friend,
also he helps him hustle people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen like some of the promotional stuff where they're all wearing the Marty Supreme like outfits. And stuff now.
And it just seems like has that vibe to it. Very. So that's why I was just like, it's a weird way of promoting, but I get it. It's in the same vein as the movie.
Yeah, it fits the vein of the movie.
Like I would be surprised if they didn't have a phone number you could call, and Marty's just on the phone just like, I could get you those things, but blah blah blah, blah, or like promising something that he couldn't deliver on or whatever. God. So it's interesting though but I'd wonder if after the award season passes, if Timothy Chalamet is still acting like this character or not. Well,
I'd be surprised because he's got Dune Messiah coming up next. So.
Do you think he'll be doing interviews like the God Emperor would be?
Maybe. We'll see how far into it he gets.
Be a great voice.
Yeah.
Marty Supreme, check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. And Chad, you recently watched No Other Choice?
Yes.
Tell us about, what is this?
It's a...
what is this you speak of?
It's a Korean film directed by... hold on, sorry. Gotta just pull up his name because I don't want to butcher it. Park Chan-wook, who did Old Boy and that trilogy with The Handmaiden and everything like that, and
Lady Vengeance.
Yes, And this movie is about a family, or kind of mainly on the father of the family, with the father. Sorry, trying to Lee Byung Hun. He loses his job. He works for a paper company, and so they are firing a bunch of people who work there for the factory, or they're being bought, or I believe, if I recall correctly. And so he loses his job, and so the whole movie is him. He's trying to find work, but it's no success. And then he finds this one opportunity, but he notices the other people might have an advantage over him. So he kind of comes to the conclusion of, if I get rid of them, then I'd be easier to get the job.
Yeah, that's right.
So he kind of develops a fake company and sends it out in an ad, so all those people would apply to his company. So then he would get the resumes and kind of match his resume with theirs and see if they're better than him. And whoever's better than him, he would eliminate off the list and stuff like that. So there was like 2 people, 3 in total, because there was another business guy who would be able to take the job as well. So like three in total. But as he's going about this, he's keeping it from his wife, who's taking up a job, and the family's been giving up luxuries like Netflix. Like there's even a point where it's like, no more Netflix, and the son's like, well, if we're canceling it, I better binge an episode. And you hear the dun dun as he runs upstairs to watch it on his iPad. And the girl and their youngest daughter, she's they never say it out loud, but she seems to be like autistic in a way, or savant, because she plays the cello, but she won't play it in front of them. Like she only plays a couple notes, so they don't know how good she is. Yet the teachers say she's very gifted, and so there's a kind of a plot going on with that. But mainly, it's focusing on the dad going out scouting the other people at their homes and figuring out a way to take care of them. And it's kind of like, surprisingly, there was some very funny moments too, because as a kind of chaos ensued, you're kind of laughing hysterically at a moment of like when he tries to kill one of the first guys. His wife was in there, so they're in a 3-way scuffle for the gun that he brought, and they're like, well, because at the beginning I was like, oh, maybe because it seemed like he was in the war or the military at a point, because he has a North Korean pistol mounted in a frame with, like, he used to be in I'm not sure, it wouldn't be Vietnam, I don't believe, but yeah, he's using this. He took it out of the frame to use in the murders, and so you think, oh, he's trained and stuff. But when he gets into these scuffles, he's obviously not trained at all, and he's it's just very you kind of just see him kind of pushing away from his family a bit, and not intentionally, but because he's doing this for his family. He's like, because they had too many mouths to feed, because they have 2 golden retrievers, and at one point there's like, we don't have enough money to keep feeding these dogs, so they give the dogs back to his wife's parents to hold for a while until they have enough money and they were about to sell the house, but they're like, we're not selling this house. This was my father's house, and I'm not giving it up. So he's determined to make this all work. And the movie gets very dark, but it's also very funny too. So it's I wouldn't say it's a dark comedy, but there's very comedic elements in here.
Yeah.
And acted beautifully, like the family, all great. The other employees that he was offing, great, one-on-ones with them, and like you're not sure how it was gonna go with some of them. It's like, is he gonna kill this person? Is it? So it's like, because one way, the first guy, it's not even him. He doesn't even kill the first guy. It was the guy's wife, because she was cheating on him because he was also jobless. And then that causes him to think that his wife might be cheating on him because he's jobless. So there's that as well, like friction between the wife and husband. And then he gets more urgent with, like, I got to handle this, and then my house will be fine. So I mean, mainly the plot was great. It was a fun story, thrilling, and also the cinematography is amazing in this movie. Like some of the creative shots they do with panning and like zooms and reveals, and then also like when they do phone calls, like someone will be talking on the phone and you see they're superimposed of the person they're talking to on their face.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, oh, that's really cool. Like, so I mean, like there was some shots I've not really seen other people do in this movie. So if that alone, I recommend people to just watch it. But no, I recommend it. It's a very good story, and just I wouldn't say it's a happy ending really, but it ends good for the father, if anything. So
yeah,
but no, yeah, I think it's a great movie to check out.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Where'd you this was in theaters? Or where did you?
Yeah,
see this?
it's in theaters right now at the 16 and the 6 AMC's here in Burbank, but I'm not sure if it's anywhere else. It might have been a limited release because I remember earlier before this week it was at another couple theaters. So I'm not sure if it's at the Regal. It might be at the Regal too, but yeah, and it's also playing at the Vista apparently as well.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, if you can check, I do recommend it. Check it out. I'm not sure if it's nominated for anything at the moment, but I would be shocked if it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, nominations usually come out end of January.
Oh,
so.
end of January. Okay, yeah. So
Cool. Going into some other movie stuff. We just got to talk about the last two things here. Ready or Not is 2. They just released a trailer on that.
Yeah.
Based on the 2018 film Ready or Not. I think.
Was it that long ago?
I think it was 2019. Yeah.
2019.
Oh, wow.
2019. Yeah. If you haven't seen that movie, it's an interesting little plot.
That's great. Yeah.
A woman is marrying into this very wealthy family, who, as it turns out, they're very wealthy and successful because they have basically made a deal with the devil. And every time that somebody new is married into the family, they have to play a game, or they roll a dice.
They get to pick which game.
The rolling of the dice picks the game.
Picks the game, yeah. And they have to play. And it's a board game, or some type of other kind of kids game. Monopoly or hide and seek, whatnot. This woman chooses hide and seek, which is actually the game for. It could be just if you choose a chess, you just play chess. It's a normal game, but apparently if you choose hide and seek, Ready or Not, basically it means that the family has to now hunt you down, and if they don't complete, you're sacrificed. And if you don't, if they don't kill this woman by I think the next day, sunrise. The devil collects their souls they pop like balloons. So she survives the night, slowly picks off some of this family, and the last one's left. They don't get to her in time, so they pop like balloons, and she's the last one left. The mansion that this story takes place in burns to the ground, and it seems like the Ready or Not Part 2 goes right after.
You're seeing the mansion still on fire.
Yeah, it goes right after the events of the first one, and she is now being hunted by other members of
members higher up in the family, or
what seems like different families who are successful, who have
Yeah.
also
And-
made this pact.
Yeah.
And whoever takes her out, the family rules.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
Rules and I don't know if that's the same for her. I don't know if she survives, if she gets.
I'm not sure if that, but they're including another family member of hers, her sister, because she obviously in the trailer says she doesn't want to participate, but so they force her by like,
Yeah,
kill
you
your
gotta
sister
get some stakes, right?
So Ready or Not, two people. 2 people.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I really like the first film. Samara Weaving, who played
she's
Grace,
great. She's great.
Yeah, which is the main character. I thought she was awesome. So, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it, which is awesome.
Pulling
See
some
Sarah again?
Buffy moves.
Buffy
in
moves.
Yeah.
There's the trailer looks like she flips her over and looks like she's got the stake out.
Yeah.
That was so intentional.
Yeah,
so
it's
deliberate.
very
I loved it.
intentional.
I loved it because obviously the new Buffy series is coming out too. So I'm sure they're trying to tie into
It's
that.
gonna be
so.
a big year for her.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
So I'm excited to watch it. The other trailer that we saw was this They're Gonna Kill Us trailer,
Yes.
which is something that Watson was able to see in theaters, but we tried to look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, it
It's not on
was
there.
playing before Anaconda actually. So, but it's kind of the same kind of story. It's set in a high-rise building. You see Zazie Beetz takes a job as a housemaid or like a cleaning woman for this high-rise. and slowly you find out that the high rise is on lockdown, and everyone that lives there's job is to hunt her down as a sacrifice kind of thing. But luckily she's an ex-con, and that's why she's a housemaid, because it's the only job she can get out of prison. And she kicks some ass in it.
Yeah.
And the styling of it, I mean, it looked really interesting because it had a very like vibrant color schemes, very like interesting like camera shots as it like pans from left to right. It's very like Wes Anderson makes a survival horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I love Zazie Beetz.
They will kill you.
Great.
I think they said they're going to kill us.
Oh, yeah.
They will kill you.
They will kill you.
Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, it looks really good. I don't know why the trailer hasn't been dropped online yet. I mean, it's very interesting seeing it in theaters, and I was like, I want to know more. But hopefully
it drops tomorrow, so maybe it'll be out.
There you go. Hopefully we'll see. You'll see it by the time you're hearing this.
Yeah, it's gonna be released in March of this year. So yeah, go check it out. And I love Zazie Beetz. So
it kind of reminds me a little bit of Smoking Aces a bit too.
Yes.
Yeah. You're right. There's like a little Smoking Aces. Yeah. So yeah, go check it out. And also, these are some of the things that we've watched. I think our next episode is going to be, because we just entered a new year, we're going to be the best worst of 2025, excuse me. According to us, stuff that was on TV and films. We're probably going to overlap in some of our things. But yeah, stay tuned for that. So, Chad, you want to take us out?
Yes. Thank you guys again for listening to another episode of the Enter the Nerdom and following us into the new year. And if you aren't already, please like, subscribe, and comment, and share us around with your family members. And
yeah, we're going to be at Pasadena Comic-Con January 25th. Be there. Check us out. We'll have a booth. Like last year, we'll have a little raffle, give some stuff away. And come stop by, say hi to us, get some water, get some pins, get some stickers. January 25th at Pasadena Convention Center, Pasadena Comic-Con. It's one day at Comic-Con. We've been with, I think, was this 3 years in a row?
Third year in a row,
yeah. So we're going to be a nicer booth this time, much better. We're not going to be.
Go.
Artist
Bigger
Alley was
better.
very fun, but yeah. Although the Artist Alley they were in it seemed like warmer. It was much more.
Yeah.
It just seemed like a lot more inviting that room.
Because we were surrounded by artists.
Yeah, exactly. But the other room is just cold concrete, just bare cold concrete. So
we'll bring some rugs or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't forget the carpet.
Yeah. You're going to say something, Watson?
I was going to tell everyone also to rate and review us on your podcatcher of choice, please. It helps the algorithms.
Yeah, give us 5 stars.
Get those stars out there.
Give us 5 stars or 4 stars.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, you can give us whatever you feel we deserve.
Yeah, exactly.
It helps spread the word around.
3 or higher. Don't listen to Watson. Give us 3 or higher.
That'd be nice. But if you want to give us a 1, then,
but I mean, if you feel like we deserve 1,
All right, well, give it to us, goddammit, and then tell us why.
Yeah. Give us a good paragraph. Give us that.
There you go.
Exactly.
And then we'll read it on the episode. And we'll just like, well, so-and-so believes Watson, he needs to lose that accent of his because I don't like it.
Yeah, that's true. My South Baltimore accent that I have.
Although one of our comments on one of our YouTube channels, which kind of disappeared now, is said something about how do you not have any idea how many toxic males are listening to this in the manosphere, some shit like that, and I was like, "What?"
Well, I would say to
drunk,
that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I would say to that. I would be like, "Hey, it's good to know we have listeners. We don't even know. We don't even hear from our listeners. So it's good to know that there's of listeners of any kind out there.
Yeah, we love to keep the conversation going.
Exactly.
Because we love to be friendly to people if we can.
Yeah, exactly. So come up and say hi to us at the booth, and for every follow that you give us on one of our social medias, that's a ticket for a raffle. Give away some cool stuff, and I think we have up to 4 tickets you can get, 4 or 5, something like that, right?
Yeah.
For our different
social follows. Yeah.
And by the way, if you're already a listener, which all you have to do is just show us that you are, you'll get a ticket. Don't worry about it. Like, you don't have to come up, follow us, walk away, unfollow, come back and say, hey, I'm new. I'm going to follow you guys again. We see you. I remember your face.
We see you.
You can just get tickets. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Navi.
Navi, I like
Navi,
it. Bring it right back around.
Yeah, see? wraps you up. Exactly. But yeah, thanks a lot, everybody, for listening again.
Yep. And as we always say, enter the Nerdom, exit the what is it? Is that the name of the god again? I forget what's her god?
Aya. Is it Awa?
Awa. Sorry. See, the movies aren't sticking. Those Avatar movies don't stick. Sorry, James. Jimmy. I call him Jimmy Cam. Jimmy Cam.
Is that what you call him?
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell him to come on the podcast.
I'll be like, hey, Jimmy Cam, come on the podcast.
I know he's been a little busy, but
well, I mean, he's at the trench. He's always down there.
That's true. Like, yeah, hanging out.
He's like, I ain't leaving.
Yeah. Like to get in Varang's trench.
JR, come on.
How awesome would it be if we did an interview with him from the Marianas Trench? He's in the Marianas Trench, and we're interviewing him. It'd take like 2 minutes for the answer to come back.
He was like, I was the one who sabotaged the.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
International law. You can't get me down here.
Yes.
It's true.
I am the pirate of the sea.
That's what it is.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't blame him if a guy obsessed with the ocean, he eventually becomes a pirate. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, anti-piracy law, I think, does dictate, or mariner law does dictate out in the, way out there.
He's like, here, you can make copies of my VHS tapes without any.
But for that, I can't do anything.
Yeah, he's like.
But he can also murder you because you're an international.
That's
law.
true.
So, yeah.
He was like, he calls it to his sea creatures that he's made friends with
down there.
And then like a squid comes up.
I've only got copies of The Abyss.
Yeah.
Oh no. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.